Dangaronpa.
Welcome to a spoiler cast episode of spoiler cast for Dangaronpa.
Finally.
1 and 2.
Maybe Ultra Despair Girls and a little bit of 3.
No 3.
Why not?
No V3. V3 just
Not
came
V3.
out.
You keep saying, I say 3, and you keep thinking V3.
Yeah.
No. When I say 3, I mean 3 the anime, because that's Dangaronpa 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we'll be covering 1, 2, possibly Ultra Despair Girls.
No, I'll
What?
there's no need for anyone to play that game. Like
There really isn't.
Like, it just sucks that there's lore behind that game. It's not a fun game at all.
That's why
It was a
Ultra
chore to
Despair.
finish.
It was a chore. It's a chore, and that's the fucked up part. But three, depending 3. Like,
Wait, so do you play Ultra Despair Girls just because
we'll get to that. I'll explain everything. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm ignorant. I only know the anime. That's it.
So,
I don't know nothing.
yeah. So we'll be covering everything about
Everything
Dangaronpa.
before V3.
Yeah.
And maybe just talking a little bit like...
We will not talk about it at all.
All I was going to say was the characters.
No.
No?
No.
No spoilers for that.
No.
No.
All right,
we will do an update.
I'm just going to say
Spoiler cast.
right now, Mew.
Mew.
Nelson?
Mew.
Your captain?
Mew.
No.
I love her a lot and I don't know why.
I know.
Hey, you can't be cheating with an anime character. I mean, you can.
It's a
but-
game character.
Yeah, but 3D women are like,
Bro, she has the biggest breast size of all Mac Danganronpa characters.
bigger than Sakura.
Bigger than...
Yeah.
Well, Sakura technically has the biggest.
You know, I wonder if your favorite anime girl actually came to life. And it could work. It could exist, right?
Well, she could exist, yeah.
Alright, we're going down the Ghibli road. Go
Yes.
on.
Why Ghibli?
Why not?
Wait, your favorite waifu was a Ghibli waifu?
No.
Okay, so why you say Ghibli?
Yeah, because they had ties with Disney, so the whole magic and wonder thing about
Oh, okay.
it. There you go.
If Colin was real, it'd be over, yo. We'd be smashing, and she'd be decking niggas and kicking niggas for me like this. She's that chick, yo.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's gonna fuck you on the wall.
Do I mind?
I don't know.
Okay then.
She will break you.
No, I'll
Yo,
break
why
it.
this Raichu's fat?
She'll break
I
you
don't
on
know.
the
Look at
neck.
Raichu's fat.
Oh, you gotta remember that's Gen 1 and 2.
When being fat was cute.
Yeah. Alright, so just to reiterate, it is a spoiler cast. We'll be talking about Dangaronpa. So if you haven't played any of the games,
Leave now.
yeah, leave
Hold your
now.
peace.
Forever hold your peace.
Or if you're curious about what our
Yeah, if you
opinions-
don't care about the games and you want to get spoiled, then maybe you still play them. Listen.
And if you have nothing better to do, welcome to Box of Friends. We talk about shit.
And I've been playing a game where I fought shit.
Yeah. So there you go. There's a lot of feces involved. Not really, but
I mean, Mew keeps talking about shit.
she's into scat.
I don't know.
She's into Two Girls One Cup.
She's into a lot of things.
Yo.
Well then.
So
You showed me the line, right? It was you
Yeah.
that sent me. Yeah, I remember. I got a text from Paul, and it's like it's a picture from the game, and I'm like, oh, you saw that line.
Yeah. An important hole near a bush.
Oh yeah, there we go. An important
what?
hole near a bush.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Best line I read was in 2.
Which one?
About big girls are kinky.
Oh yeah, that one at the end of the game. Yeah.
I read them
yeah.
like
You
yes.
do a lot of kinky things with big girls.
Shut up.
I mean, you can, but then because of it, they become prudes. But that's a whole different story
Oh, boy.
altogether.
So real quick, let's just flow into the normal podcasting. How's everyone doing? By the way, who's here? By the way,
Paul.
okay, we got over here in the general manager chair.
Monokuma.
Monokuma.
Yeah.
I'm over here, Yancey. You know me. Who we got here in the back today?
Nelson.
Nelson's playing Pokemon Silver DS
Gold.
version. Oh, gold?
Yeah.
We-
You one of those niggas.
I have
Ew.
silver.
You playing the
I
trash
love
game.
I like Ho-Ho. Fuck Lugia.
You playing the trash bird.
Ho-Ho's not the trash bird.
I mean, they're both really good.
Lugia's fat.
Lugia is the fattest thing that's ever been.
I can never break a
I don't,
Lugia.
I don't like that type of fat, alright? In my Pokemons, I don't like that type of fat.
Shaming Pokemon.
You don't like unbreakable fat?
Yeah, I like the fat that like gets worn down, but then you still beat your opponent.
And then you can just
still.
snap it.
Why that's not defeating? It's like you wear them down.
You know, not like Lugia is easy to wear down though, but not like
Not if you have a good team with it.
not in this gen. This gen he was hell.
How about you? Who's up there in the orange polo?
Got Edison playing Pokemon Moon
Yeah,
because you know
Edison.
I'm new.
I thought you beat Moon already.
I'm playing it. I'm just playing it over, just breeding because it spends the time.
Alright. Did you catch all the Ultra Beasts and shit?
I still
I actually
haven't-
didn't even get to that.
Bro, I still haven't catch it all mine. Like I didn't even catch the first one near Lego.
Jesus Christ.
I still stopped playing it. I said this game is ass.
It's not ass. It's my favorite Pokemon game.
Nah, man, wait for Gen 8.
Well, we got 7.5 for the.
We got Komo. They're trying to promote him with
No,
that
boy,
Zemo.
we got new Pokemon in a fucking
Yeah, I'm about to-
6.5 game.
Yeah, I'm about to draft Como O next season.
Oh,
You know, I'm about to draft Pennywise next season.
I want the wall.
You want the
The
wall?
wall.
You want Trump-
Maybe
like I
Trump.
said, $20. That's Steel Rock.
And
Oh,
and I'll
no.
use that typing.
Yo, I like how they
It'd be
actually.
the worst typing ever I've seen. But I'm
I like
gonna
how
use
they
it.
actually.
Yo, watch it have Levitate though.
That nigga's gonna be carrying Shuka every game.
Watch it have Levitate.
If
Watch
it
him be
doesn't,
still
he's
psychic.
no, he's not having these boosts.
Yo, no, no. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
They all have big boosts.
It's gonna be still psychic. Watch.
Still psychic?
Yo, I'm gonna
For
while
a Trump wall.
I'm gonna carry Shuka on him every game.
No, it should be
I like-
steel ground.
I like how they added the.
Nah, they're not gonna have
They
to.
put Larvitar. They put all the
They
babies
have-
to megas.
They have too much good mons with Steel Crown.
Rock Earth.
Rock Earth. That's
They
the
come
new
at
type.
Geodude.
That's the type. That's the new type for Gen 8 Earth.
Yeah, I noticed that you can actually end up getting Volcarona in that game because the Larvesta's there.
Yeah, Larvesta's in there as a
Yeah.
wild Pokemon, which is crazy.
It doesn't come in
crazy,
Swamp.
Promoting Volcarona.
They're starting to make pseudos like regular Pokemon.
Right?
Well, Volcarona
Well, I mean-
wasn't pseudo.
Huh?
Volcarona
I thought he pseudo.
He
I
got
thought he had
600.
base 600.
No,
He
pseudos
got like
are
five-
over
he
3
got
stage
like
mons.
540.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's a pseudo legendary.
Watch to
He
get
he just has the most HP for all bug types.
watch to
He's
get
the best
Larvesta
books.
like
Oh, yeah, it's like 80, right?
85, I
85,
think.
yeah.
I'm betting.
So what's everybody been doing real
Well,
quick?
no, not anymore. Buzzroll.
Oh yeah, Buzzwell has
Forgot about
109,
Buzzwell.
100,
the flex guy.
No, he's past that.
101.
He's like one.
God damn it, Kelvin!
He's like,
I'm not sorry.
yeah, he's like 109, I think.
I think, yeah, 109 and 137, 137.
Yeah.
137 defense, 137 attack, 67 special defense.
I thought it was 139 attack.
Yeah, it's 139.
I think Buzzwell's the only mon that
So
can
he's
say he
107
win-
HP. Should be 107 HP.
I think Buzzwell's the only one that can say he wins and loses in style, no matter what.
I actually like Buzzwell.
I love Buzzwell.
I just like Heracross more.
I know what you mean. I know
Like,
what you mean. But I
he
still
doesn't
love
have the
Buzzwell.
coverage like Buzzwell.
Yeah, but Buzzwell has ass fighting stat.
What's his fighting stab? Drain punch?
It's just guts.
He doesn't have Drain Punch.
It
If
just
he did, he would
He
be.
has superpower and
Close
hammer
combat.
arm. No close combat.
Hammer arm is fine though.
Doesn't have
Buzzwell is
reduce
not
defense
close
or
combat,
something?
No,
Speed.
lose speed.
Oh, lose speed.
So he's not sweeping.
Nah.
But I don't really
he's
think
fine.
you care because he's not supposed to sweep, right?
Yes, he is. He's
Yo.
a beast booster.
Yo, use the
No, but he only
substitute.
boosts attack, or
Just
does
use
he
the
boost speed?
substitute.
Boost
Boost
attack.
that.
Some focus punch?
Yeah.
Zub Z focus punch.
Somebody's dying.
Was that like base what 300
Nah,
stat?
I think like.
His focus punch is 220, right?
No, I thought it was 150.
Focus punch is 200.
No, it's 150.
Should be
Oh,
150.
it would drop down.
But I think it got like priority in the second turn, right? Doesn't it always hit first?
No,
I always
No,
thought it did.
it charges first and then it hits.
no. It used to be you needed 2-turn charge, and then it's like you charge and punch on the same turn, but you can't get hit.
Yeah.
No, that's why you got sub focus punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's everyone's week been going, real quick? We've been gone for 2 weeks.
Have you been off for 2 weeks?
Yeah, we didn't record a
Yeah,
podcast.
2 weeks.
Oh yeah, last. What did we do last?
Nothing.
Oh yeah.
There's no class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
So what's everybody been doing for their week break, basically, we had last week?
Oh my god.
Playing Persona
245.
5.
You beat Persona 5. How's that going? How was that, Paul?
I got broke.
What do you mean you got broke?
All the girls beat me up.
Oh, that's right. You were a playboy.
Yeah, but then boss covered for me.
Yeah, that's the boss for you, man.
Yeah.
I love Sojiro. Soji bro.
Yes.
Soji bro.
It's
He's
very
the man.
cool.
It's just who did you took Kawakami at the end, right?
Yeah, Kawakami.
Kawakami. So
Oh my God.
It's funny because like if you take Futaba, it's like they enter the door. For Kawakami, he has another special one where he goes, "Your teacher." He goes, "Oh, that really happens." Right? But no, for regular girls, he goes, "Oh, you should have just told me. Have a good night, you two." Right?
How-
But for Futaba, he goes, "Huh,
Don't break her.
How
"Be
does
safe, both of you." And then of course, Mana goes, "Hee hee 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 hee."
How does Persona play? Because I don't know any of this.
Turn-based RPG.
Turn-based RPG with the most style you've ever seen.
Mhm.
I see.
You'll never see it coming.
I probably wouldn't.
With the most quote-unquote filthiest girls you can ever imagine.
Filthiest.
Well
That's
done.
cool.
I'll be the judge of that one.
I say DV3. DV3 got some. No girls did some stuff. You're in prison. Remember that.
Mhm.
Wouldn't be the first time.
This is a prison where you want to drop
Are you a
soap.
warrior?
I'm the booty warrior.
No, no. Is that all, Paul?
Something terrifying happened to me yesterday.
Which was?
I got attacked by a dog.
Oh,
Oh boy, what kind of dog?
I don't know what kind they are, but all dogs are terrifying to me.
Oh, okay.
aw.
Oh, bitch, huh?
Nah, it ain't like that.
Shit kicked in the throat.
I was 10 seconds away from cursing out the woman.
Oh boy.
She didn't apologize and she smiled.
Should have cursed on.
And then she paid in coins.
Yo,
She hit you with the Persona 5 character intro, like the gave you the smile. Walked away.
You hit it with the clothesline. Drop.
Nah.
The dog came into Paul's face.
Nah, it would have bit me, but I was blocking it with a bag of what I was delivering.
You press guard.
Yeah.
honestly, you should just put the
All
drugs
you
in
hear,
that thing's
all you hear,
mouth. and
all
watch
Paul
it
hears
drop
in the
or something.
background. Looking cool, Joker. Okay, is that all, Paul?
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Kevin? What you been doing in 2 weeks? Aside from unsuccessfully downloading School Days, which I downloaded I downloaded the night. I did it. It worked just fine for me. I just ripped the files from the disk.
I did that, and it just that one file it didn't want to copy over. It hurt my feelings.
We'll try that again.
Yeah. Let's see. Had an interview last week, so I'm working at a museum for.
You
my
quit your old
internship.
job?
No, I'm still working there. It's an internship for class,
Oh, okay.
so I have to do 96 hours. But I put in I applied to AT&T, went to a store, turned in my resume, went in a suit. So
Hey,
Man in a suit.
hey.
Got it all figured out.
Girls
the girl,
like men in
the
suits.
girl that I talked to, that she went to talk to the manager, she was blushing. I'm like,
Girls
Yo,
like
you're
men
like,
in
I got this
suits.
job.
Kelvin,
Then you went.
break her.
He was like, "Here's some mandingo for you."
but then the security guard was like, not today. Like, I protect these girls. I'm like, just here trying to get a job.
Rivers in a desert plain. What is wrong with life?
With that, let's see. I've been on Final Fantasy 14 for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks now.
Oh my god.
No,
It's not
like-
enough.
Like, I've been off, I'm like, alright, let me go back and finish other games. So I finished Dangaronpa 2, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Hey!
Mhm.
Then now I'm playing Senran Kagura, the new one.
Oh boy.
The
The
Peach.
water squirter one?
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's so good.
This nigga in his fucking Moe games.
But I can openly admit that like, it's just it's so good. But
Did you hear that Gao Gun is going VR?
Yeah, but I don't have VR, and I'm not really into VR. Like that, VR is basically 10 years away from being Sword Art Online.
Eh.
And then me being a security major, that's like one of my fears. I'm like, Because the body and the mind doesn't have an antivirus. So what happens if...
Hey, man, you can fuck a 15-year-old girl. No one say anything.
Yeah, see, no one can say anything but to after. So you have to opt for either.
Just be
you
the main
do
villain.
it.
Just be the villain of season 2 and go.
Oh, God. And then have that bitch scream afterwards.
It's like a light from Death Note.
Oh, that was the other thing. I finished watching Death Note again.
Oh, why'd you watch it again?
No, because like I was doing research on.
Did you see the L slip on the counter?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it was.
good.
It's like it's that 1 second frame that you have to like really pay attention to. That's like it's like around what the 1:15, 1:20 minute mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw that, and then I was watching the anime, and then watching the anime dragged on really long for what they needed to do. Like when you watch it the first time back then when it first came out, it's whatever. But watching it again, it drags on. Like the last 10 episodes of because it's like 36, 37 episodes for the series, but that drags on.
All I know is I started watching clips, and all I remember, light meening L took 15 minutes. That was a 15-minute clip, so that's like half an episode.
Yeah.
So I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Nelson, what you been doing?
Pokemon.
Books.
Well,
With
2 weeks,
6
right?
O's.
Yeah, 2 weeks. What you been doing for these past 2 weeks?
Well, I'm dating now. 2 weeks ago.
I know all about this. Yo, I got hit up. I was like, I was like this. I was like, oh, it finally happened. So.
But that's 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So, no. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
12 days ago.
Yeah.
And then
How's that going?
it was going good.
Yeah,
We
you
met
shit?
on Saturday.
Do I need to bring the cameras?
No.
Well, I make it look nice.
No.
Do you want me to bring the sound mic?
Hey, I bring the camera, I bring the lights, I bring the baby oil.
Nah, she types scrawny. She don't need the baby oil.
Alright, fine, I bring the butter.
Butter.
Low fat butter.
So I'm on a keto diet, and apparently I can eat as much butter as I want.
Why?
Bro,
What?
this diet does not care about cholesterol.
Your body will when it catches up to you.
I'm not. Who said I'm drinking butter?
I mean, I
Who
wasn't
said you
going with
weren't?
the drinking butter, but I think, are you drinking butter?
I never see it coming. Keep going, Melson.
We saw, and then we saw it.
Oh, you saw it?
How was it?
It's
really
or
good.
It.
Yo, I see you. I asked you, yo, you want to come with me?
Okay, were you dying during the movie?
Nah, not really.
I was laughing like crazy during that movie.
No, it was like funny because you had the asshole kid. Yeah.
Yo, he's bleeding fucking hamburger helper.
He was like,
shut up,
he was
bro.
like, yo, her list is longer than my. No, he said her list is longer than my wang. Yeah. Nah, and then I enjoyed the germaphobe.
Oh, the nigga with the asthma. Yeah, that was
Yo, with
my
the fanny
favorite.
pack.
Yeah.
I
was
enjoyed
funny.
that kid.
And the gazebos.
He was like, "Mom, what's a gazebo?" It's nothing. Here, let me type on your let me write on your cast, loser. I was like, poor kid, man.
That kid was though.
Yo, fucking fat dude.
No. I love the rock fight. Yeah, so I throwing
He
the
just
rock.
started fucking. Yo, that fucking nigga got not the nigga. But
Your mullet wearing
that dude with the
asshole.
mullet.
Woo!
That dude with the mullet got cracked 3 times in the face, bro.
He was like, you mullet wearing asshole. Yeah, I was dying.
Yo, I the fat guy got screwed at the end of that movie. Yo.
No, the problem was he didn't.
That's true.
Nah.
Is that it?
You know in the book.
Actually, I know.
Yeah, I need to buy the book too. But then I played Pokemon Gold, and that's really much it. It was just.
You got the Celebi?
No.
So what happened with you and the Celebi?
Alright, so I pre-ordered mine, but I did it through Best Buy. So when you do it through Best Buy, here's the thing: I didn't know, and it wasn't mentioned until after I called Nintendo. But what I did was I pre-ordered through Best Buy, and then they gave me the alternate theme, the one with the gym leaders. So I'm like, alright, cool. Look at the receipt, and everything checks out. You get the game, you get the theme, but then you don't get the game. So me calling Nintendo, they told me that I had to buy the game directly through the eShop, and that's how I get the
Selling
selling
it.
code.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And you get the theme, but apparently some people are having problems getting the theme because when you go to look at the receipt doesn't pop up. Or at least in my friend's case, it didn't pop up. So I don't know what's going on.
I was able to find it easily.
We'll see how that works out. How
Also,
about
do
you?
on my Solby code.
My friend he passed me one, but if you're not using the other one now, I got both sun and moon.
Alright.
No.
How you doing, Edison? What you been doing for the past 2 weeks?
Well, my wallet took the smack.
My wallet's taking the smack today.
But you work.
No, I haven't started working yet.
But you're going to work.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
You're lucky. I don't have a job. My wallet took 245 to the face.
Come to Best Buy, bro. I might need some help.
I'll beg you. I'll go on my knees
You
right
don't
now
gotta
and
beg
beg
me
you.
for it. You just gotta sign up for the job.
I'll do it.
Took me 3 weeks to get in.
But yeah, I took 245 to the face because my dreams. Let's just leave it at that.
What's your dreams?
I bit it in my sleep. As unbelievable as that sounds.
Your phone.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember about that. Yeah, he bit his
Nigga,
phone.
what?
That,
As
you
unbelievable
remember
as that
You remember
sounds.
that Facebook thing where he was like, "Oh, my phone cracked." Yeah, it's because he bit it.
Yo, you
Is
must
that
have a
hungry?
good ass dream.
He was biting a clit and he was like, "Ah."
Yeah.
Now, don't do that to a girl. They hate that.
Nah, I know.
Why
I know
would
that.
you bite it?
Shut up.
What have you done?
Everybody
Yo,
knows
nah,
a
it's
mutual
'cause-
someone that I've dated. It was really freaky. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, because I like biting.
man was
you know,
hungry.
Had that dream.
I said something I maybe shouldn't have said to them. I don't know if anybody heard it, but Eli was like, I said something to the person. I was like, she was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta catch the train. The B might be late." And I was like, "B's always late. Damn, I'm gonna have to run. I'm gonna have to run to work. It doesn't matter. You're always working out your legs anyway. Your legs are thick anyway." She's like, and then someone was like, "Damn, you see why you say that to her like that?" I'm like, "I fuck that. I can say whatever I want."
That's one way to put it.
What was that face? Being real though. Being real. Oh, continue though.
Yeah.
How it
There
does
was,
my
there
thing.
was that. Saw it without somebody to go with.
Hey,
and
you
then
take
just-
someone else, alright?
Fine, but that was still fucked
Oh, I
up.
didn't know. I just guessed. Now I know. Ah!
You just see me in the back, like you just. Look,
Edison was in the back of the movie theater. It's like, this nigga Nelson went with someone else.
no, but to add insult to injury, it was like I'm sitting there, right? I look down. I see like 3 couples. I'm like,
Why didn't you invite Tree?
Edison, this movie's scary.
actually, yeah, I think that's kind of what would happen.
No,
Now I saw 3 couples. I'm like, yo, this is stupid.
I once, in high school, I think it was, I went to the movies by myself. I felt so depressed. I was like, what am I doing to myself? Just like, yeah.
No. Like, and then when I went Saturday, my cousin was like pestering me. He was like, "Yo, you gonna take me?"
Yo.
I said, "No, I'll be the third wheel." I'm like, "Yo, go away, you weirdo."
Nah, I'll go to a movie by myself because I want to enjoy the movie. Because normally when I go with people, they talk.
Nah,
I don't go alone for one reason. I always have the nosiest person right next to me. So I always need to go with somebody
I'm
else.
not gonna lie,
away
I'm
from
a
me.
talker during the movie. Like, I can't shut up. Like, Sophia be hating the shit out of me. I'll be like, when we was watching it, I was like, "Oh, you're about to get it, Sophia. Yo, shut up, you see?"
I just love the opening scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Hey,
like,
Georgie! And you're like, I love to pop. Yeah, you want to vote, right? You want to vote. Cause you handed. Lady's putting up her coat, doesn't even see it happen. I was like, damn. So real quick on mine, been playing Conker's Bad Fur Day on the Xbox One.
Oh, continue playing that.
That game's fun. I actually was starting to hate the game at one point because I suck at 3D platformers.
Yeah.
And also, it's while Rare made it, they made it really fast, so it's kind of janky. And it has like, it's an N64 game where it's like it doesn't tell you what to do or where to go, and I get confused really easily in those kinds of games.
That's how games were back in the day.
Yeah. So, but I've been going through it real quick. I actually had so much fun with it at the end that I replayed it again because I wanted a save file that I played through and I wanted a save file that Sophia and me played through. And the reason for that was because, after we were just doing other things, it was like 4 p.m. and I was like, okay, let's get through Conquer. And like it took me 2 hours to get through one level because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was like, you know what? Let me play the game, beat it first, and then I'll walk you through it so I know what I'm doing. Aside from that, playing Dangaronpa V3. We'll talk about that maybe at some other point.
We'll do updates for the cast on that.
Don't worry, MC. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Definitely, we'll talk about it. I've been watching a lot of people play Danganronpa because everyone's getting ready for V3, and that's fun because like a lot of people don't know about that fucking ban on Danganronpa, and some people are just discrediting it because Atlas hasn't done anything, have they?
What?
I haven't seen anyone get hit with a copyright strike except one person, and then the video came back 15 days later. Yeah.
I just know that whole, you know, you can't play past chapter 1 for V3.
Yeah.
That's all, you know.
So aside from that, and then of course, Best Buy. I've been working on that job, signed the paperwork Friday, and I just got a call today saying, come in Tuesday, but you need a button down, some black pants, and some black sneaker shoes, and I'm like, I don't own any white button down shirts.
Oh, you're gonna have to go buy them.
So I gotta go buy some. So that's why my wallet's taking a hit, and I gotta go find somewhere I can buy them. I also need like at least 2 more pairs of pants. So see how that
I mean,
goes.
if you get your, they want you like dress pants or dicky pants.
Khakis are fine too.
So then get dickies. You fine. Get black dickies.
Where do I buy them at?
Models.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Like 30. I think like $30.
All right. Hopefully they have my size. Open the door. Oh, you Paul locked it.
No.
You actually did, Paul.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
locked it. It's
No,
locked.
I didn't lock it.
He locked my heart. That's what happened.
The door was locked.
I didn't
No, I
lock
think
it.
the door is
No,
already
he didn't
locked.
lock it though.
Oh, it's just locked.
It's just locked. Yeah, that's why it was
Nelson
open.
got it. That's why Nelson's our mechanic. No, yo, I haven't told you the time. I was
He locked himself out.
Yeah, I was chilling with Nelson and Izzy, and like I got locked out my door. There's no fucking keys inside. This nigga Nelson, I was struggling for like 30 minutes. Nelson just took the card from me and said, I was like, what? I do this for work. So that was funny.
I do that in my house too. When my mom and then the other house, they closed the door because I live in a basement apartment, so we had to go
Please
through
be
2
very
doors.
careful. Okay, hold up. Open all your bags right now.
This, it opened itself.
I'm talking about the Doritos.
Why would you get
I need some sugar. That's
Noisy.
noisy food?
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, continue. And so yeah, so the Best Buy job, I'm getting $13.50 an hour, and apparently the way the discounts work is I pay 5% more than what they pay for it. So for instance, like if a TV is like $1,000, but the Best Buy actually paid like $500, I'm paying $555.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's lit.
yeah. And I'm in charge of the game section. So.
You're in charge of it?
You
Yes.
better know your games. All your games. Like
You're telling me I don't know my games?
No, I'm not saying you don't know. I'm saying you better know because there's gonna be some people. Well, I do this sometimes just to be an asshole and go to the game section, like ask about a game, and the people that work in that section don't know shit. And I also did this when I was working at GameStop, and when I go to GameStop just to fuck with them. So I'm confident you'll know it, but I'm just saying you better know all the games.
It's funny too that I got this job because, and this is actually because I was listening to the G Club, the Game Girls podcast, and they had Gerard, the video game publicist, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to work in Best Buy and selling games at Best Buy." I was like, "I got your job, boy." So maybe one day I might be as big as Gerard.
Also, another thing I would say for since you're working in the game section, you're more than likely gonna deal with international customers. So they ask you for a converter. Make sure you know which is with the voltage and all that.
Yeah, as soon as I get my position, I'm gonna start studying what I have in my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm also doing cameras, so
Okay.
I gotta know my camera shit.
So just make sure that you know that you actually know your stuff.
Yeah.
Cause that's the thing.
No.
Well, Best Buy,
What Best Buy you work?
14th Street. That's the flagship store of New York. 24 hours.
We're here, Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So Black Friday is gonna whip your ass.
I already know. Well,
I'm gonna try to get in there then, cause it's close. It should be. It's not close to school, but it's at least here.
it's like 30 minutes away.
That's close then.
Yeah.
Black Friday is gonna be what Brock Lesnar was in 2003 when he just came in.
I'm gonna have all the games lined up. I'm gonna be like, take it. Just take it. I'm not gonna fight you. And just take it.
Here's the thing. You tell them that people still gonna fight you.
Yeah, they'll still fight you.
I'm gonna be on top of a chair like, yo, just take it.
Nah,
Don't hurt me.
Don't touch me.
You gonna touch his hand.
Yes, you will.
I'm buying you. How much?
Yes, he's behind a glass panel. Yo, get the fuck out of here.
You gonna meet that one Braun Strowman looking character. It's like, you got this game? Yeah.
I'm
I
not
need-
done yet.
I need another one. What? I'm not done yet. I need 2 more. Like,
What's next?
Did you guys ask what my fucking...
that match was ass, but we'll talk about that another time.
Hey,
But,
what's the most like intimidating customer you've ever had?
The most ghetto black nigga you've ever met.
you know, ghetto moms.
Oh,
my God.
Ghetto moms on the first
Ghetto
of
moms?
the month.
Ghetto moms who are asking for the Nintendo.
Yo,
Nah, just basically ghetto moms on the first of the month after they got their money from their welfare check, and then they're going to buy the kids a PlayStation or Xbox, and you're just like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like, you don't got this. Like, I'm sorry, I just work here. Like, I can't help you.
Yo,
What's-
Yancey,
like, what's
don't
your
work on the
manager's
first
name?
of every month now.
Huh?
Don't work on the first day of every month now.
Oh my God.
It's going to be on the first, if not the first, the 15th. It was the first in the middle of the month. So watch your ass, boy.
We actually co-worked to cover for you those days.
Alright, we'll see. So I guess if Nelson wants to get real, like, Nelson, gotta make this super quick. Pokemon. You want to talk anything about the tournament?
Nah,
Nah?
there's nothing.
Nah? Alright.
Nothing
All I'm gonna say
important.
is my protege and me fought and I 6-0'd her.
No, wait. Like, are we doing 6 or 8?
Huh?
Are we doing 6
Oh wait,
or
we
8?
still haven't decided that.
Yeah, we have to decide that.
We'll talk about that later. But all I know is I whooped my protege's ass. She was talking some mean shit.
She
I
was?
like, yeah, she was like, I'm gonna beat you, Yancey. Don't worry
Oh.
about it. And I'm like, oh, I feel you. When I 6-0 you, don't say nothing. I got you.
Don't
And
say
I
nothing,
6-0
just
her.
get the big boy ready.
Oh no.
I think she had a chance though. I thought the team was pretty.
I already told her.
The team strat,
Huh?
that team strat was on point.
Huh?
It-
Yeah.
But there was no Lele switching. We can't be like, it's very hard, right? All right, I play like very defensive, and she plays more HO. This is where Yancey taught her, and I'm looking at the walls like,
Well, that's what her team has to do to win.
I'm looking at the walls like, yo, we can't do this. Like,
She don't got walls. She got tanks.
That
yeah,
Ferrothorn.
Ferro's a wall.
Yeah.
That's like, and Steelix is a wall, but it was like, where's the Lele's? Where's the Lele switching? We have none. And I knew, I was like, is he gonna do Fitinium Z or he's gonna do HP Fire? Odds are he's gonna do Fitinium Z to hit the Steelix as well. So, and then I was like, you gotta scout. Too much. Even Mega Manetric was like too much for the team.
Yeah, but then Kiro came in.
No, like, we expected it first, and then we took out Azu, because you knew the Azu set, right?
Hmm?
You knew what the Azu set was?
It was a Solvest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it was for the Curon. But then we were like, odds are, even if he comes, he's gonna lose anyway. I told her, I'm like, the only thing you can do is play smart and don't regret none of your plays that you do. 'Cause at the end of the day, if you regret it, then you know that loss is gonna be with you for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I told her. I'm like, whatever happens, if you play exact plays that you make and you're fine with it, you got nothing to be ashamed of.
That's what's up. All right then. Oh wait, what? Oh wait a minute. You going through it?
Yeah, I started. Like,
Real
manga-
quick. How was chapter 1?
Chapter
You gotta
one.
watch it. You gotta read it. Domestic no Kanojo.
Like, I'm on chapter
You gotta
5.
go through that.
Like,
Alright.
You gotta go through
manga
that.
here was having problems a couple of days, so that's why I'm behind on chapters. But
That chapter 1 though.
like,
And that thing. Okay, so going on to the Dangaronpa spoiler cast here.
yeah.
If we want quick news, there's not a lot of shit going on. Things you gotta know: One Punch Man season 2, not being made by Madhouse. New director is being made by JC Staff. So JC Staff, they got good art, but they're not Madhouse. Like, I'm just gonna say it like that. They make some of my favorite shows, but I don't know how they're gonna do it.
They're gonna be kawaii as fuck.
Aside from that, Shadow of Mordor, they rolled back the. Oh wow, you're up to there. Shadow of Mordor rolled back on that motherfucking DLC of the dead guy. Now it's free.
Oh yeah, because Warner Brothers, they put out that PR. They was like, the way how it was worded that only the fans was gonna get about a certain amount of money from the DLC, and then international customers like, what about us? It's like, oh.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So they rolled back on that. And aside from that, nothing else is like mind popping. So, yeah, that's a thing. So moving on to Dangaronpa. So
Oh, that's the thing.
for those who don't know what Dangaronpa is but don't care about spoilers, you're fine to stay. If you really want to like not get spoiled on the game, then you should leave here. Unless you've already beaten the first game, because we're going to be talking about the first game first. So for those who need to know, like, does anybody want to take off the explanation of what Danganronpa is?
It's a mystery horror visual novel.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. Like you're trying to figure out who's the killer.
Who
And
done
each-
it?
I
Well,
wouldn't say horror.
horror only because
Mystery?
like it's
I would just say it's a murder mystery.
yeah, murder mystery visual novel.
Yeah.
Basically you're finding out who's the black and which is the killer. You're basically taking the person in charge. If you played the Phoenix Wright games.
It's basically a different spin on Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
The main difference though is that you're on high school, and everybody in this everybody in this school has a unique thing that they can do. And they're called the ultimate.
Yes.
So in the first game, the start of the first game, let me go pull this shit up right now. Why is that? Well, I guess people are. Yeah, this is a big thing.
The main character of the first game, his name is
Makoto
Makoto Naegi, and he is
So-
the ultimate lucky student.
Yeah, so the cast we have in the first game, you have Makoto Naegi, which is the main protagonist of the first game.
The
He's
ultimate-
lucky student.
Then there's Ai Asahina, who's the ultimate swimmer.
Yeah,
Byakuya Togami, the ultimate,
affluent prodigy,
Yeah.
which translates to like the ultimate rich person.
Yeah.
In Japanese.
Celestia Ludenberg. Her real name is revealed in the game, but she's the ultimate gambler. Chihiro Fujisaki.
Ultimate Trap.
Nah, he's the ultimate,
I think Ultimate Programmer.
Ultimate programmer.
ultimate programmer.
Fumi Yamada is the ultimate fanfic creator, but in the Japanese version is the ultimate doujinshi artist.
Yeah.
Junko Enoshima is the ultimate
Fashionista.
Fashionista, or it's just
The ultimate despair as well.
that's later in the game. You have Kyotaku Ishimaru, the ultimate. Well, he's the hall monitor in Japanese.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He welcomed things inside him in the school environment.
Yeah. Kyoko Kirigiri, the ultimate mysterious.
Nothing gets past his wall.
Kyoko Kirigiri, the ultimate mysterious person. Gets ready to reveal she's the ultimate detective.
I thought she was the ultimate investigator.
Ultimate detective. I checked it over. Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball player. Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker leader.
Not
Indian.
Kuwabara.
Mukura Ukusaba, the ultimate
Soldier.
soldier.
And also Despair.
Yeah. Sakura Ogami, the ultimate martial artist. Sayaka Maizonu,
Ultimate pop idol.
Toko Fukawa,
Ultimate waifu.
and she's
Toko? Waifu?
What?
Really?
Wait, is that the girl that's also the killer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
genocidal.
she's a little bit
Yeah,
novice, and then
that's-
she's also genocidist
Genocide
Jack,
Jack.
I agree. That's why.
the ultimate serial killer. And
Toko,
then our cast member is Yasuhiro Hagakure.
The ultimate, the most high person in the world.
Nah, but he's the ultimate psychic. His visions
Makes
come
no sense
true.
because his fucking fortune tellings only come correct 30% of the time.
Yeah.
I must
So
be better than any psychic already.
Must be, right?
I'm so stuck.
30% of the time, every
Toko.
time.
Why?
It's mostly because of Ultra Spare Girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She just looks really hot in her Ultra Spare Girls.
Not Chihiro or Aoi
Yo.
or
Aoi?
Junko?
Okay,
Oh, hold on a
listen.
sec. Yasuhiro's mom. No.
Yasuhiro's mom. Yasuhiro's mom. From the first game, there's only two in my mind, and that's Aoi, Asahina, and Kyoko. Those are the waifus in the first game.
Mine was definitely Asahina and Fujisaki.
Of course you'd say that.
I like Toko.
So basically, what happens in the first game is
Let me see these.
Makoto
Are
Naegi.
those chicks? Are those ladies?
Yo, he's
Okay.
there like I'm about to
Most
judge.
of them
Aoi
are.
Asahina is a chick.
Wait,
Celestia
wait.
Ludenberg is a chick. Junko Enoshima is a chick.
There's traps here?
There's a trap in there.
Okay. let me
Guess who
figure
it
out-
is?
Kyoko Kirigiri
Wait, let me
is
figure out what the trap.
okay.
Wait, this is alright.
Nelson's playing Find the Trap.
Ding dong, ding
Can we
dong,
go-
ding
I'll tell you a
dong,
hint. It's the one not wearing a
ding
wig.
ding dong,
It's the one not wearing a what?
A wig.
Well then.
ding dong, ding
Honestly, they
dong,
all look like they
ding
could be wearing
dong,
wigs.
ding
No,
dong.
one of them is wearing a wig.
They're wearing a whip to my heart.
This one?
No, how
No.
dare you? How dare you? No, it's the one two above.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Chihiro's not a trap.
Not to Kelvin. That's just an enlarged clit.
Yeah, but.
How dare you?
This one look the only different one from all. So I had to pick
No.
this one.
Anyway, so basically the story of this game is that. Oh, Nelson, she has burnt hands.
But Nelson, Sakura Ogami, she will break you.
She typed. That's a girl. Sakura Ogami.
No.
No, the ones to the left. That's a girl.
She's a useful Sakura.
That's a chick.
Yeah.
I look like a dude, though. Yo, she did look like a dude. though.
Oh,
Like, I actually thought that was a dude. Like,
That's a girl.
give me a second. Let me find the picture of her old self.
Anyway, so basically the story of this game is that Makoto Naegi is a fucking lover of fucking Hope Speak Academy, the school that takes in people with these ultimate talents and raises them.
Yeah.
he's the main character?
Yes, the
Yeah.
character.
Okay.
And fun fact, he has the same birthday as me, February 5th.
Hype.
Hey. So, anyways, so yeah, basically Makoto Naegi, he's a fanboy for the Hope Speak Academy. He's like, I want to get in there. And one day he wins the fucking raffle. So basically, Hope Speak Academy every year they do a raffle for the ultimate lucky student. The one that wins the ticket to Hope Speak Academy is the ultimate lucky student. So essentially, Makoto was like, yeah, I'm gonna head to the school. I've done my research on these people.
That's what she.
I know what I'm gonna do, right? And he,
Yeah. Before she bulked up.
yeah, before she bulked up.
Oh my god. You grew a tan too?
Does he?
You look
Yeah,
kinda white to me.
and so Makoto's like, yeah, he's about to enter the school, and then his mind blanks.
And I'm not talking about the one right, it's the one
yeah,
on the
he
wall.
passes
I
out.
know.
He wakes up in a fucking classroom,
Okay.
and he meets 14 other students inside a locked
Oh,
room.
right, right.
No, he meets up. Well,
Originally, he meets them in the front of the schoolyard, in the front entrance with the fucking safe.
yeah.
Yeah, and essentially they all get told to head to the gym, and a fucking half white, half black bear called Monokuma says, "I'm the headmaster of this school." And Monokuma has the most funkiest fucking team. Yeah, and he has that beep, 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 laugh.
To which, like, when I first started playing, I'm like, how is a plushie basically directing me what to do?
Yeah.
Yo, but he don't play though.
Not only is this plushie doing that, but it's also voiced by the voice actor who did Doraemon.
Nah,
So just imagine the most cutest anime voice ever. Just telling you, you're all gonna die and you're all gonna kill each other. Yeah. And yeah, so Monokuma's basically like, listen, this is how the game's gonna go. One of y'all's gonna kill people, and then there's gonna be a fucking class trial. And then using the evidence you gather, you're gonna see if you can find out who the killer.
Yeah.
If you can't, y'all all die. If you do, he dies, or she dies, or the mysterious gray man dies.
The blackened.
Yeah, the blackened dies. And so it's funny because it's gray.
Yeah.
It's not until V3 that they're actually black.
I know.
So yeah, that's the thing. So we're just gonna rush through the cases. I'll just rush through them and then we can talk about them. So case 1 is the case of Sayaka Maizono dying, and you find out that it's actually Leon Kuwata who killed her.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the whole case that shows Makoto Naegi that he really can't trust people, but he'll still end up putting his faith in people because
Yeah.
he wants to get out. And he believes that the only way we're going to get out is if we work together. And
That's
that
also
Sai-
the case where he gets his hope.
Yeah, that's like where he starts getting it. Case 2 is the case of Chihiro Fujisaki being killed by Mondo Owada because he was
Because
in a way he feared just Chihiro's like strength, and he hated himself for being a coward, but he went out into a blood rage.
But all Chihiro did was just tell Mondo that she was a he.
No, that's not what happened.
Well, he tells him that.
Yeah.
He said
No,
wants
his
to-
explanation about why he wanted to get stronger,
yeah.
and that he wanted to get stronger, that he didn't want to be afraid anymore,
And
that
then
he
he
wanted to
thought
be a coward.
Mondo thought that he was calling him weak,
Yeah,
and so Mondo killed him because he
Yeah.
went on to a blood rage.
but
He
Mondo
was like,
hid his
he was
secret.
like, yif, yif, yif. So
Oh, you
And-
said you were gonna explain the science on how.
I'll get there. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
That's game 2.
No, that's game 1. The butter thing happens. It's Mondo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Case 3 is the killing of both Kiyotaka Ishimaru, or Kyondo Ishimaru, and Hifumi Yamada, Hifumi killed Taka, and then Celeste killed Hifumi. So it was a weird thing, and that was a whole nutshell. Case 4 is the suicide of Sakura Ogami, who killed herself because she ended up being the traitor of the group. Case 5 is the second death of Mukuro Ikusaba, who was disguised as Junko Enoshima at the time. And the crime can be pinned on either Kyoko or Makoto.
Yeah.
Kyoko's a not true ending, where if she dies, Naegi, Byakuya, and
Yeah.
Yasuhiro Hagakure
Yeah, and
all fuck Hina
no, Asahina's the baby
The-
mama
of all 3 of them.
No, only Hagakure and Makoto.
No, there's Byakuya baby there too.
That's Toko, isn't it?
No, Toko's dead for some reason. And then case 6 is us against Monokuma, which ends up finding out that it's actually Junko Enoshima, the real one, who's also known as Ultimate Despair,
Yeah.
where Makoto Naegi gets christened from the Ultimate Lucky Student to Ultimate Hope, and he defeats them. He defeats Junko by giving everyone hope.
Yeah. He blasts them all with a bullet of hope.
Yeah.
Basically, Dangaronpa 1 is what Hunger Games is. If you want to look at the comparison.
So I'm gonna say this real quick, and I don't know if y'all agree with me. Danganronpa's 1 cast is weak as fuck.
It is.
I can't judge.
It's the first
There's not a lot of characters I care about in that cast.
Did you care about the deaths?
No.
I thought the deaths were creative. I like.
I didn't care. The only death I cared about was Chihiro.
We all cared about him.
Her.
Sayaka didn't really care about her. I knew she was evil.
Yeah.
Hifumi, I hate him.
Yeah. I don't think anyone liked Hifumi.
Leon, I don't like him either. Ishimaru does nothing to the story, for the story.
Well, he did something. For
He goes
Mondo.
Super Saiyan.
Mondo's eh.
Nah.
Celestia, I knew she was. The moment she was the ultimate gambler, I knew she was fucking gonna kill someone. I really didn't care about her either.
I liked her.
Byakuya grew on me.
I didn't really like him.
It's the smugness that grows on me.
Yeah, like I don't care about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the cast members. That's almost half. Like the only ones I care about are Makoto, Asahina, Byakuya, Junko, Kirigiri, Ikusaba, Sakura, and Toko.
Everybody else can just kick rock.
Yeah, everybody could just kick rocks, in my opinion. I don't know how about you, how you guys felt.
Besides main character, Asahina, yeah. Byakuya, yeah. Celeste, I was like, that sucked that she died. Chihiro died, that sucked. Junko dying, that.
Wow, you just skipped over Hifumi.
No one cares about that fact.
Yeah.
He was just there.
He didn't really have a redeeming factor about him.
No, he
Like what was so great that will make Hifumi memorable? That
nothing.
So,
The only thing is that he was willing to fucking computer.
I like Toko though.
I mean, he's basically the stereotype indulgence, the big ugly fat guy.
Yeah.
So
Ishimaru?
he could just burn somewhere.
Kyoko?
I didn't like the betrayal she did. That hurt me, but I'm like, I still like you. But the
Leon?
betrayal,
Leon?
nah. I didn't care. Mondo
Mondo?
didn't care.
Mukuro?
See, I liked her. I liked the fact that she was strong, but then she died, and then that hurt me.
Sakura?
Her story kind of it didn't break me. It just made me sad.
Sayaka?
Yeah,
Togo?
yeah.
Yasuhiro?
Oh God, fuck him.
Alright, so for me it was main character, Asahina,
Yeah.
Chihiro,
And that's it.
Sayaka as third cutest.
Why you skipped over Kyoko?
The burnt hands.
Oh yeah, I didn't really care about her.
Wow.
Hey, everybody got their preference.
You only said 4 names.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He hated more people than I did.
And by the way, Chihiro was cutest.
Okay. So yeah, that just goes to show that the cast of Danganronpa was really, really weak. Like, a lot of those characters did nothing. Like, I really feel like the characters that I named were really there in the game to just die. Because, like, none of them ever came up to the story arc unless they were somehow tied to the character that was killed or dead, or it was their turn to die.
Yeah.
Did you do their story, their little
Yeah,
character
so
arcs?
I did everyone's character side story arc, and I still really didn't care about anyone except those. Like, most of the other names that got tacked onto that list that weren't the 6 that survived was literally the 3 extra that I did that I found out their character background. I was like, I care about you.
Oh, okay.
And it was Mukuro who I ended up caring about. Junko I ended up caring about, not only because of that, just because I like Junko. She's a fun main bad guy.
She's pretty.
And then Toko I didn't like, actually, at first.
Cause she smelled.
No.
Oh wait, that's another character I liked. I like Genocide Jack.
Yeah, I like Genocide Jack.
But you don't like Toko,
Yeah.
so you like her alter ego.
Yeah.
And the cases are kind of weak when you look back on the game. So case 1 with Sayaka versus Leon. That is if you did not solve that case and if you did not know who killed her upon going into the bathroom, looking at the fucking thing that's in pink, if you did not know who the killer was, I am sorry for you, because it literally spells Leon.
Yeah.
7034.
No, it was 11073.
Yeah, 117.
Yeah, just
And if that wasn't enough for you, you get to the incinerator and you see the sleeve.
yeah. Did you see the white sleeve in blood?
Yeah.
And it's like, who else is in a white sleeve? Kiyotaka and Leon. That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
So it was like, this glass ball got thrown into the incinerator and hit the button.
Yeah.
How did
Who
that happen?
here could have done it?
You
I
know.
don't know. The ultimate baseball player?
Yeah, and you know Kiyotaka's not gonna be out in the halls at night.
Yeah, exactly, because he's a fucking dingbat.
Yeah, but like the cases were fun, but for the first game you played it for the first time, it was fun.
Yeah, but like after playing DR2,
yeah, you go back
Yeah.
to like, it's weak, but it's still if you have the game, it's good to have as a collection game.
Case 2 is really good.
For
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, case 2 is where Chihiro dies because Mondo killed him.
Yeah.
And Mondo actually did a really nice thing
Yeah.
in trying to hide Chihiro's sexual identity as a male.
Yeah.
But motherfucking Byakuya Togami gotta come in here and fuck up with the crime scene.
He did such a good job just like pushing people buttons. That's what made me like him.
But
Like,
there's a character like that in every game.
yeah, but you don't see it come out as much until.
And there's
the
2 in
second
Danganronpa V3.
Oh god.
I think I know who they are.
Yeah.
Shut up. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can look at those characters and you know which one it is.
No, I want to go in blind.
Okay.
You wanna go in Raw?
Always one wrong.
That's not a good idea.
I'm at the age where I can start having kids.
Alright, Dad. But as you were saying,
Kelvin that old.
I'm not mad
No.
old. I'm 5 years older than most people.
Kelvin's gonna feel the 1st and 15th of the month coming around.
He said 5 years older than most people. And I look at Ed Boy over here. I'm like, damn.
it's like 20, right?
I'm just 20.
I'm also
Alright,
20.
So 8
7.
years.
Oh, so what were you saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you was like,
Yeah.
I love someone who pushes the button.
Yeah, cause then it gives like it's a dick move to do, but at least in my eyes it gives that character more life. Cause I just like the fact that they're driving, like they're doing it just to drive a point home, and it's just like stop fucking around.
Well, some characters stale.
Some
Yeah.
characters do stay stale, but
And that's most of the cast.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like Byakuya, like his constant dicking around and the cases is what, like if you look at the game as a whole for the first one, you can grow to like Byakuya more than everybody else
Him and Kyoko really do like save that game a lot.
because you know Baby Jesus Kun is not gonna do much for you.
Is that Yasuhiro?
No, that's Makoto.
Oh.
That's my nickname for him, Baby Jesus Kun.
I always say Baby Jesus.
Because basically how it goes from like the beginning to what you mentioned earlier about the
He gets reborn.
Yeah.
But first he has to die.
So it's also funny how his ultimate luck works. His ultimate luck works in the reverse. He gets really bad luck, but it somehow ends up being good.
Yeah.
It's like you get. It's like you get an injection. It hurts first, but then it'll help you later on.
Yeah. Case 2 was really good. It threw a lot of like works in the wrench, and then also revealed that Toko was also a serial killer, and she got the tongue. I want to know what that tongue could do.
Go in your butt.
Okay, well, that's the first place you think of, Kelvin.
I'm experimental.
But like yeah, so case 2 is like it's pretty good. Case 3 is shit.
It is.
Case 3 is shit.
What was case 3 again?
Case 3 is the case where Celeste is seeing someone in a robot outfit.
Oh yeah, her case.
And
Yeah.
It's the whole runaround that it bothered me because she's like, oh
no, he's over here.
I'm like,
Yo, that case took longer than the others.
Only because the first part prior to the investigation was so fucking long.
Yeah.
It's so obvious Celeste is fucking doing something
Yeah.
because
She speaks the most throughout that case.
Yeah, and it's like, and then when you find Hifumi's dead body the first time, I'm like, his glasses are clean.
Yeah.
how?
Why is a dead body's glasses clean if you got hit in the head with a hammer?
Yeah.
And then come to find out, nah. He got hit, but he didn't bleed.
Yeah.
Then
And
it
then
took
when
a
he's
second.
moved, who's gonna move him?
Yeah, who moves him except Sakura?
And we know damn well Sakura ain't kill that dude.
Exactly. And so I'm like, wow, Celeste, your plan sucked. And then she even goes at the end of the case, yeah, I didn't pick a good partner. But real quick, to go into that Manda butter thing, the reason why he turned into butter is because if a body goes too fast, their cells will like mold and fold and lose structure.
Wait, so what exactly? The thing is, I didn't see exactly what he did though to him.
He went so fast that his body jellified, and that happened. That's a thing. If a living organism goes faster than the body can handle, the molecules will break down, and you'll turn into like gelatin.
Oh damn! So he just put him in like a big ass like something.
And he just kept spinning as fast as possible.
You spin me right.
Dangaronpa 1 also has some of the worst executions.
I thought they were kind of creative compared to the other deaths I've seen in anime.
See, I don't know, like, you're looking at it, like, progressively on, but, like, at first I was like, okay.
Leon's was pretty brutal.
He got halted to
Because I got hit with a baseball machine on my right hand, and the shit swelled up and was purple. The whole thing was purple.
I thought that could have been better, to be honest.
So for him to get hit by 1,000 of those things,
to the
Yeah.
face, just everything.
He got pulverized.
yeah.
The second
Mondo butter!
I don't know.
That shit must have been painful. I like
That's really bad. Like, a lot of people don't get it.
Just imagine, like, the G-forces just hitting you one after another.
Yeah. And case 3 basically ends because the whole thing is that when Hifumi dies, he resurrects for like 5 seconds. And he says, everyone goes, Hifumi, who killed you? It was Yasuhiro. Right? And so everyone goes, whoa. The only motherfucker with a name Yasuhiro is Yasuhiro Hakakure. And they find this nigga in a locker, in a robot suit.
Yeah.
But the kicker is the robot suit cannot bend.
And he can't take it off himself.
Exactly. So how the fuck is he the killer?
Convenience.
Exactly. And so Celeste, of course, goes down because Makoto hits her with the "Show me what your pad says." That shit don't say Celestia.
It's like, alright, fine, you got me. My
Yeah.
name is so-and-so.
I think it was Yasuhiro Inui, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. And
It was something basic.
it was something real basic. And even hers is not super like
It
bad.
was the witch trial burning.
She got burned.
And then got hit with a fire
And then
truck.
got hit with a fire truck. That completely defeats the purpose.
I thought that was funny.
The fire truck I found
Nah.
funny.
It was funny, but it defeats the purpose of the execution, in my mind.
I just think the fire truck it was to extra emphasize, but like that whole death itself was just random.
Yeah.
Cause like she's burning, she's like, yes, I like this, and then the fire truck literally comes out of nowhere and hits her and then explodes. And then you see Monokuma putting it out with like a little water gun or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
So that's case 3. Case 4 is the best case in 1, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I think so.
It was sad. Like Sakura didn't need to go through what she
Yeah.
did.
So basically, at the end of case 3, Makoto couldn't sleep, so he goes to the gym because he hears noises. And inside the fucking gym, he hears Monokuma doing something, and it ends up being that Sakura and Monokuma are fighting. And he hears Sakura saying, "I won't be a traitor anymore. I'm gonna fight against you." And Makoto didn't want to say anything because Makoto's like, "I'm not a bitch snitch nigga." Like, I'm not gonna
Also,
say
he didn't know all the facts yet.
Yeah. Also, he didn't want to just say something without positively knowing. But basically, what happens is that there's a lot of infighting in the group because everyone's on edge because everyone's dying and like there's a little bit of them left and people still want to kill each other and shit.
Yeah.
And
Sakura only wanted to talk to
Yeah.
the 3.
it boils over when when Hina and Toko get into a fight and Toko turns into Genocider Jack, and Genocider Jack cuts Asahina on the shoulder, and Sakura gets tight. She's like, if you touch her again, I'll beat your ass right here and now. And because of all the infighting, and Monokuma also revealing that Sakura was the traitor, Sakura decides, you know what? Let me kill myself, stop all this fighting, everything will go back to normal, they can continue fighting for the peace and to get out.
Yeah. She only wanted to talk to Yasuhiro, Byakula, and Toko.
Yeah, and to tell them that I'm going to kill myself right now and please stop fighting. And so what ends up happening is that
I think that's the case that actually made me tear up.
I didn't tear up, but I was like, damn, that really sucked. And essentially what happens in the case is that it's a weird thing where like Byakuya is thinking of the case in a murder, right? But Kyoko and Makoto are like, there's something weird about this case. And they actually talk to everyone. They get the facts. And this is where Byakuya gets his comeuppings. Because Byakuya is like, this is a murder game. No one's going to help. No one's going to care about each other. Why do you put emotions in your investigation? This isn't about emotions. But it ends up being that Sakura ended up killing herself to save everyone, to stop everyone. And not only that, but Hina was about to take the fall for being the blackened, to kill everyone and stuff. Yeah. And it's really fucked up because it just ends up being that Monokuma changed the suicide note. Yep. And he ends up reading the real one in front, and Byakuya just goes, I can't believe that this was real, that this really happened. To the point where at the end of the trial, everyone's like, we're going to stop playing the game. That's it. We're not going to kill anyone. We promise here now. And then Byakuya's like, yeah, this is a killing game. Yeah, I'm bowing out of the killing game. And I'm going to kill you, Monokuma. And it's like some badass moment. Like,
yeah, every time they says something. That was like it sucked how it ended, but that was like the best part of the game. Wow. I genuinely, that's like my favorite case in the first game. Everything else is just there.
yeah. You got anything to say for it?
Oh, no. I said everything I needed.
So we go on to case 5. Case 5 gets weird because like, oh yeah, in case 4.
There was the execution
Yeah.
of Alter Ego.
So basically what happens in case 3 was that Hifumi and Taka were basically at each other's throats because Chihiro, before he died, created an AI program that copied him. And essentially, Hifumi was in love with the AI, and then Kiyotaka became best friends with Mondo, and then the AI replicated Mondo's voice and likeness, and then Kiyotaka was like, that's my brother. Hifumi was like, no, that's my waifu, and they ended up fighting over it. And so Celeste stole it, and that's when the whole thing came about. But Makoto ended up finding a secret room in the back of the boys' bathroom on the second floor because of Kirigiri. And in the boys' bathroom, in that secret room, there was actually an Ethernet connector port there. And so they ended up putting Alter Ego inside the fucking internet. But what ended up happening was that Monokuma found out, of course he knew what it was, and crushed them into a ball. Crushed the computer into a ball. And that was really sad, because we thought we was going to get away without an execution. It was suicide.
And then With the fifth case, that led into
case 6. It went straight there.
No, because wasn't case 5 the one where Makoto supposedly? Well, if you did the
it's
trial,
one where there's the 2 endings.
Yeah.
So case 5 basically boils down to someone attacks Makoto while he's sleeping, and Makoto doesn't know who the fuck it is. But then he wakes up and Kirigiri's in his room, and he's like, "Wait, how did Kirigiri get into my room?"
Science.
Right? And so Makoto wakes up the next morning and there's a dead body in the middle of the fucking garden on the 5th floor, on the new floor that they're in after they explore it for a little bit. And basically, Kirigiri had found out the day before that there's actually a 16th student in the school called Mukuro Ikasaba who's part of their class, and warns Makoto, "You have to watch out for Mukuro Ikasaba." To which Monokuma tells everyone, "Yo, that's Mukuro Ikusaba. Person's dead." But of course nobody believes it, so they have to gather evidence to find out who it really was and stuff. And it ends up being that
The thing is, Monokuma doesn't give them the time to.
yeah,
He rushes through it that
he
way.
rushes through the trial. And basically what happens is that the trial ends up with a choice where Kirigiri throws out a lie. And she's like, "There's no way I could have gotten inside that place." And Makoto could either go, "That's a lie, because I know you have the principal's key, and that thing opens every door in the fucking school." Or you can not say anything.
If you choose to reveal it, then it goes to the
That
bad
bad ending where
Though
everyone
it
fucks
does
up.
end happily for 3.
Yeah. Or you get the good ending where Makoto gets executed. But not really, because about when he's about to go through like basically a
crusher.
hydraulic crusher that's gonna smash him.
Alter
But
ego.
Alter Ego comes in out of nowhere and saves his life.
The clutch.
Back alive.
And he falls through the garbage chute.
Talk about being lucky, right?
It was a deep drop, huh?
Yeah.
Talk about being lucky, right?
He's the ultimate lucky student.
Eventually he comes back.
And then like Makoto stays in that chute for like a day in the garbage thing until he hears a noise, and here comes Kirigiri with
Let's say
cup
he was there
noodles.
for 3 days.
Huh?
Let's say he was there for 3 days and then came back reborn in the last case.
Oh my god.
Now he's better than Jesus. It wasn't that lag.
But it's just funny how like Kirigiri came down and there was a cup noodle on her head. And Makoto's like, "You got something on your head."
That's a trademark.
And so basically the case 6 basically boils down to Monokuma goes, "Yo, listen, I've unlocked everything in the school. You can go anywhere you want. You gotta figure out who I am, what the fuck's going on outside, and who was the person that died on the 5th floor. If you do all those 3 things, I'll let you go." And it's a really long class trial where you figure out that everyone's memory of their first 2 years in high school were fucking wiped. The world outside is shit, thanks to the biggest, most awful, most disastrous thing that mankind ever happened.
Yeah, we'll cover that in a bit after.
Yeah, we'll cover that in episode 2. And they were trapped inside the school because of that.
And didn't they lock down the school themselves?
Yeah, they locked down the school themselves. And the killer, the mastermind, actually ended up being Junko Enoshima. You see, earlier in the game, the character that was known as Junko Enoshima was killed in the first chapter before the first trial because she put her hands on Monokuma. What people didn't know at the time was that Junko Enoshima was actually Mukuro Ikusaba, Junko's twin sister, right?
Yeah.
Twin sister, in disguise. Which is why when Makoto was like, "You don't look like the Junko Enoshima in the fashion magazines and stuff," she was like, "Oh, Photoshop and all that thing, you know about that." But it actually ended up that Junko was piloting Monokuma the whole game. And also because she's been piloting Monokuma for like the past 2 years or whatever, she's completely forgotten her personality. And she's all warped into like these like multiple personality like problems. My favorite personally being the
School teacher.
the Dio.
Oh, you don't like the school teacher personality?
School, that's too easy.
I
It's
like
too
it.
easy. Her breasts grow for some reason.
There you go. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I
So
heard she goes through like all executions that everybody went through or something like
Yeah.
we'll get to that. But ultimately what happens in this trial is that Junko goes, "Listen, you solved everything because apparently Genocide Jack and Toko don't share memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Junko only wiped Toko's memories, not Genocider.
Yeah.
So Genocider was able to tell everyone what happened in the outside
Yeah.
world.
Genocide just doesn't really care.
Yeah, she doesn't really care. All she cares about is Byakuya.
Yeah.
And essentially what happens is that Junko was able to make the world full of despair. And like some parts of it are like inhabitable.
Yeah.
So it's really fucked up.
We'll get to part of that in game 2.
Yeah. And what's also found out is that if Junko dies, Junko has tied her life to the air purifier in the school somehow. And if she dies, the air purifier goes out on the school. And
Because
the kids,
plot armor.
yeah, and the kids will have to leave the school. But if they sacrifice Makoto, who's been a wrench in Junko's plan the whole time, they'll get to live and stay inside the school forever. And it's at that point where everyone gets worried because Togami's family is dead. Togami is the only last Togami there is. Asahina doesn't know what to do because the outside world's a mess. Yasuhiro can't believe that the outside world's a mess. You know, everyone's feeling despair. And so Makoto,
He blasts him full of hope.
he blasts everyone full of hope. And they're able to overcome their fears.
He
And
busts a
Kyoko-
nut of hope over everyone.
Oh my god. And Kyoko christens him the ultimate hope. And so hope and despair fight. And it ends up Makoto winning it out. Because he'll refuse to give up. He'll refuse to go into despair. He refuses to despair. He believes to continue on. Yeah, and so Makoto fights against Junko. And you also find out that the fucking school killing has been being like sent out everywhere it's in the world. Like it's being broadcasted worldwide. So it's real fucked up shit. But the six managed to get away and defeat Junko, who goes through the ultimate execution, which was all the 6 previous executions.
Yeah.
And she ultimately gets crushed to death.
Yeah, to which we mentioned earlier, all the other deaths, and you don't care for it.
Okay.
That's crazy though. Does she actually go through all 6 of them?
And she lived through all of it.
She lived through all of them except the crusher.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna become a human pancake, you're not gonna live through that.
Fair enough. But I would have thought you'd be dead after the turning into butter, you know?
No, Junko's too strong for that.
Nigga lived.
She lived through
Yeah.
all. She lived through
She
506
lived.
executions.
She fought back the baseballs aimed at her. She rode through the motorcycle of doom. She walked through the trial, the witch burning. What was the other one that she lived through?
After the wish burning, it was.
I think it was those, and then the last one was the crushing the hydraulic
the
crusher.
bulldozer thingy. What was it
Yeah.
called?
She left Earth, and then that's when she got crushed at the end. But what?
No, it's just a thought. Do you think she lived through each of them, one for each personality that she had?
That gets covered in 2.
Oh, well.
In 2 that gets covered, but basically like her physical body is gone, and so from there it just everybody overcomes that trial. Makoto becomes basically baby Jesus come.
Yeah. After
And-
busting a nut of hope over everyone.
Yeah, and then it just the game ends there. But what wasn't mentioned in a lot of detail in the first game was the tragic event that happened. That doesn't get explained more until the second game.
Yeah.
The first one, it gets touched on a little bit, like the
And
the opening scene is where you see the principal basically getting launched into space on a rocket ship, and then he comes back down and he's just left that skin and bones.
And
Not even skin, just bones. That's all.
It's referenced in V3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about what that event was after explaining what happens in 2.
Yeah. So the
I'll let Kelvin talk about 2 because Kelvin just finished it. He's more fresh.
Pillsbury boy.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. So
Bottom right, I can't pronounce
So yeah,
it.
so the first
Yeah,
one, it's like if you want to get into the game, like learn like the mechanics, like if it's your first time playing a visual novel, then Dangaronpa will be the best way to start. I mean, it has the soundtrack is good, the progression of it isn't bad up until it gets to the case with Celeste. It kind of drags on longer than it should, but from there, like the game picks up and it ends fairly well.
It's just going back to it after you play 2
Yeah.
is really rough.
Yeah. It's like a chore to finish it.
Yeah, because 2 is 2. If you want to talk about a sequel like proving itself as like not a fucking just cash grab, 2 is fucking good. Like 2 is
Yeah.
just fucking good.
So 2 starts the same. Well, it starts
Let's
out
talk
the same
about the
way.
characters, who they are.
Oh, the characters.
We're introduced to a new character called Usami. She's basically
A rabbit.
Yeah, the rabbit and the
Whatever.
anti-Monokuma.
Yeah.
Alex the rabbit.
We also have a new main character, protagonist, Hajime Hinata.
Doesn't know what his ultimate is.
Ultimate
Yeah.
Jesus.
You just
These
call,
are
wait.
new niggas?
If Makoto was ultimate baby Jesus, why is?
These are new niggas?
Yeah, these are new niggas. 16 new students.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got to pick his wife in a second. Hold up, let's get to it first.
Next we got Akane Owari, the ultimate gymnast. Then we got Byakuya Togami, the plump one.
Yeah, he came back as fat.
That's really him?
Yeah, well, we'll find that out.
Okay, so our next character is Chiaki Nanami.
She grew on me.
The ultimate gamer.
Yeah.
She grew. She
Then
honestly-
Fuyuhiko Kuzuru.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate Yakuza.
I like him.
Then Gundam Tanaka.
Gundam Tanaka!
And
Ultimate
Tanaka!
Infinity Blade! I fucking love Gundam.
I hate Gundam.
Fuck you, get out of
Fuck
here.
you!
Who's next, Paul?
Hiyoko Sayoniji.
The ultimate jailbait.
She's young? How young is
For
she?
what, L2?
She's not young, she's the same age as all
Also, she's the ultimate,
dancer.
yeah,
Traditional dancer.
traditional
she's the ultimate
dancer.
lolly.
Then Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate
My musician.
Yeah.
musician,
That's
and
a
she also
musician?
takes it in the ass.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah. Then it's Kazuchi Soda, the ultimate
Ultimate mechanic.
Boogie takes it to the booty?
Ibuki
Yeah.
Miyoda.
Yeah.
Then it's Kazuchi
I didn't
Soda,
know that. I
who's the
didn't-
ultimate mechanic.
He's good in
Yeah.
the zombie apocalypse.
Mahiru Koizumi.
Ultimate photographer.
Yeah.
Ah,
Then my favorite girl, Miken Sumaki. Sumiki,
Uh-huh. The ultimate nurse.
the ultimate nurse. Then one of my favorite dudes in this.
Not Makoto.
This
Yeah,
Makoto.
not Makoto, but still the ultimate lucky student. Nagito Koma ID.
Komaidi? It's Komedo. And the fun thing about Nagito is that he's also voiced by the same voice actor as Makoto.
Yep.
And in both versions, she's just a little higher pitched, but a little bit more snivel. And if you spell his name in Japanese and you rearrange the letters, it says not Makoto. So that's cool.
Then we got Nekomaru
Yeah,
Nida,
Jotaro.
the ultimate team manager.
Yeah, there you go.
Then Peko Yama,
Way too broad to be their age.
the ultimate swordswoman.
Best girl.
Then Sonia Nevermind.
Sonia Marimine or Peko?
Peko.
Oh, okay.
Sonia Nevermind, the ultimate princess.
Ah, fuck her.
Then my least favorite character in this.
Fuck him!
Teru Hanamura, the
Fuck him,
ultimate.
that's fuck.
Was he the chef or the cook?
Cook.
The
But he'd
ultimate cook.
rather be called the ultimate chef.
Yeah.
Fuck his short
All right.
4 feet.
So, in
So,
this-
Calvin, I'm gonna leave this up to you.
I hate him.
But this is what I'm gonna say. Right from the start, everyone is quirky as fuck in this game.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Let me tell you about the characters, because there's more characters that I love that I didn't like. The character I didn't like.
There's only
Teru Hanamura.
There's only like literally 2 characters that I go in this game too. And that's Mahiru and Teru. And Mahiro grows on me after you do her links, essentially.
It was Kazuchi and Teru for me. I didn't really like them.
Teru, he just does a lot of not great shit.
Yeah.
Like, he almost gets Sonya to, like, jerk him off.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But when you go through the cases, case 1 is very sad.
Who dies first?
Teru and Byakuya. Teru and Byakuya are the first ones to die, but we'll get into that. So, off the bat, I love everyone, mostly, except Teru and Mahiro. They're like,
Who's your favorite girl?
best girl. That's a hard one. I think
Yeah.
all the girls are really good in this
Yeah.
game, to certain extents. But, like, I
Excluding
gotta
Chiaki.
go with Chiaki. Like,
I know, she really is the best girl. Miken's just my favorite.
Akane's just my favorite. Because how do you not hit that?
I know.
Yo, she was willing. Yo, she was about to let Hajime fuel up on that.
Yeah.
And then Sonya was like, "No, Akane, you do not let them get it for free." All right, he gets a touchdown after I get a Benjamin from him. And Hajime is like, "Wait, I gotta pay for this now?" And then later, when someone turns the tables on Hajime, she's like, "You know what? Fuck it. Now I want that Benjamin back, and you don't get to touch me. I never paid you."
You never paid me.
So Nelson, who's getting it? Ibuki? Ibuki's getting it.
That's a prerequisite for Nelson.
Nelson, do you want Nekomaru to do
No,
it to you?
no, why? But
Nelson.
We'll get to that, Nelson.
No, I'm just looking at.
No. Then we'll get to that one.
I
Don't worry.
actually want to get into who's that the rabbit? Who exactly is that?
The rabbit?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll
Yeah.
explain it. So I'm gonna let Kelvin go through most of this game because he's fresh. So if you want to start with prologue or chapter 1, go ahead. Unless you don't remember.
I forgot. I'm going through the prologue again right now. Oh no, the prologue was that they're on the classroom, similar to how it was in the first game, but instead of Monokuma popping out, is Usami. Well, she gets later. She becomes Monami. Like basically, like things start getting explained what's going on while everybody's in the classroom, and then the classroom opens up magically to reveal that they are in a beach. They're on the beach on Jabberwock Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're on Jabberwock Island, and then at that point, you know, the main character, he's unconscious. Well, because in the prologue it explains that he was unconscious.
He couldn't believe that they were on a beach, so he fucking knocked out.
Yeah. So the first person that he come across is not Makoto.
Oh yeah.
That's the first person he meets. It's not Makoto.
Nagito.
Not Makoto. It's better. I like that.
Okay, not Makoto.
There you go. So basically explaining to him that, you know, they're on an island, and then also after they have their whole back and forth, their dialogue, he tells them to talk to everybody else, and then that leads to you talking to everybody else, find out what's going on.
Find out their ultimates.
Yeah.
By the way, we didn't mention Gundam is the ultimate breeder.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh yeah.
He's
that.
Tanaka Gundam.
He watches animals fuck. There.
Oh my god.
There.
He helps them fuck.
That too.
I'm gonna be crude about this. Here's what a lot of Pokemon trainers do. They watch their Pokemon boom.
But there's a lot of weird things that
History
you find out about. Like, you find out about characters' quirks like this.
Yeah.
So you automatically know who you're gonna like. Like, for instance,
Gundam has 3 hamsters.
4.
yeah,
The 3 Dark Deeds of Destruction.
It's
the
4.
4 Dark Davis.
Oh.
Yeah, 4.
And they're all named after famous manga companies. Jump P, Jump,
Yeah.
Shonen Sunday. They're all named after famous comic book manga companies. But like, excuse me, Hyoko Sayonji, she's fucking squishing and burning ants when you meet her.
Yeah.
You already know she's like a fucking serial killer or some shit.
Yeah. But she's very sensitive when people yell at her.
Mikan is always saying, "I'm sorry,
Yeah.
please forgive me."
Yeah.
So I already know, like,
She comes broken.
yeah. Akane's talking about people had felt like feeling her up and shit.
Yeah. From her mom's
Yeah.
Her former stepdad?
stepdad.
Yeah.
Sonya's talking about how she's a princess and she doesn't understand some things.
Yeah.
Teru's like,
A huge pervert.
he's like, yeah, I want to feel up on the girls. And then Nekomaru goes, I need someone to apply lotion to me. I don't mind going with a big, strong man. And so, yeah, Teru doesn't mind what he goes with.
You don't find out about Nagito's quirk until a little bit later.
Until the end of case 1, and like
Yeah.
near the end of it.
Yeah.
But quickly, I'll let Kelvin go through the cases because those cases are amazing. All of them, I think, are really good.
Some of I just remember that like the last 2. Some of the top I remember. So if they come back to me, it'll be out of order.
I think I can go through case 1.
The first.
Oh, we're gonna go through.
Case 1, it's when we're introduced. The killer in it is Teru Hanamura, and the the victim is Byakuya Togami. This is important because Byakuya, he says it himself that he won't allow anyone to die. but to celebrate them on the island and how they're not going to kill anyone, they throw a party in a shack. And at this party, Byakuya, he confiscates any item that can be used to kill someone.
But ultimately, someone snuck something in.
The person who cleaned it was chosen through a draft, and the person who pulled the unlucky one that had to clean the whole thing was Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student.
Yeah.
We're then hit to the trial after the investigation, and you go through everything, and Nagito reveals that he was the one that was trying to kill someone. Byakuya stopped him.
With night vision goggles.
Byakuya sprinted across the room, dragged Nagito out, and went under instead, where Teruteru killed him. Because
iron skewer.
Yeah, because Nagito told Teruteru that he would kill him.
No, not that he would kill him. He would just kill someone.
Yeah. So Teruteru was trying to kill Nagito to prevent Nagito from killing other people.
But on hindsight, when Monokuma talks to Teruteru, like, you think you were trying to save everyone, but you do know that if you won this case, everyone would have died. You were just trying to get out. So and Teruteru was like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But he cries about his mama and stuff. His mama's sick and stuff. Like, it's really kind of sad. Like, Teruteru was like, he was very conflicted. Of course, you don't want to see someone die. And of course, you find out that Nagito really likes Hope.
Yeah.
He really likes Hope. Like, he can't get enough. Like, he hears Hope and, like, his dick gets hard.
Yeah.
Like... Like, he fucking loves Hope.
Yeah.
And,
he wants to be a stepping stone for them.
Yeah, basically, Nagito goes, listen.
He thinks he's shit.
Yeah, he's like, yo, listen, if y'all want to kill someone, talk to me. You'll kill me, and we'll find out a way to get you out of here. All right?
Yeah. And everyone else has to triumph over our despair.
Yeah, we have to triumph over this despair. That way we create an even greater hope. Because hope wins. Hope will always win. So Nagito is basically just if Junko was the exaggeration of despair, Nagito is the exaggeration of hope.
Nagito wants to be the ultimate hope.
Which is funny, because that's mentioned in Case 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really sad because you see Byakuya go and you're just like, no, Byakuya, goddammit, you made it through the first game and now you're fucking dead.
When I played the first time initially, I'm like, how you let yourself get so fat? Like, what happened?
He really liked that meat.
Oh, God.
So
but then you find out that...
Oh, we'll get to that.
All right.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So Case 2 happens.
I want ramen. That was random, sorry.
Yeah. Case 2 is also very sad. Because what happens in Case 2 is that Mahiro gets killed. And you find out that the person who killed her was Peko, only because she didn't want Kuzuryu killing someone. Because Kuzuryu was going to kill Mahiro. So the whole thing of Case 2 is that Case 2 is basically... Monokuma had told everyone in the prologue that your school memories were erased.
Mm-hmm.
He flat out tells everyone your school memories were erased. And... the world's weird because Monokuma was able to fucking summon fucking machines and like robots to life. So everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? So one day
It's almost
Monokuma,
like a video game.
Yeah, the motive for the Case 2 was that Monokuma set up this game that was based on real events. And if you're smart enough, and of course if you beat the game with the secret code, you end up finding out the names of the people who were involved in the event. And the names that people find that you see at the end were Hyoko, Ibuki, Mikan, and Kuzuryu. But it says 2 Kuzuryus.
Yeah.
And what happens is that you find out that Mahiro's friend killed Kuzuryu's sister.
Yeah.
And because their memories were erased, Kuzuryu has no memory of the events of what happened with that and and anything. So basically he goes to Mahiru.
Yeah, in the chapter he's spending the time trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Trying to get the facts.
Yeah. And he actually approaches Mahiru, gives her the folder, and is like, meet me here, we'll talk about it then. But Mahiru's kind of like, doesn't like men. And so when Kuzuryu goes, I want to know what the fuck happened to my sister, Mahiro goes, oh, that's no way to talk to someone like that. Like, I understand that your sister's dead, but she's already dead and there's nothing we can do about it. Blah, 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 you know, and it just ends up enraging Kuzuryu to the point where he tries to kill her, and Peko comes in and, you know, kills Mahiro.
She does a finishing blow.
This is also the chapter with the most fan service of any of the
Yeah.
chapters. Because if you have an item in your inventory called the man's nut, you're able to see Mahiro and Hiyoko taking a shower. And there's also a scene before you find Mahiro's body where the girls are getting ready to go to a beach trip, but you and Kazuichi are like, yo, let's crash the all-girls beach trip.
No. Kazuchi's like, let's get a crash beach trip.
Here's your swimming trunks.
Just give him a piece.
Nigga gave me commando, commando like swim trunks, like the banana hammock swim
Yeah.
trunks.
Oh my
And
god.
then Kazuchi's like, we'll match.
We'll match.
No.
And oh my lord, the girls that walked into this, like,
Oh my
Chiaki
God.
walks in first.
No,
She has a mole on her left hip.
I thought she walked in like third.
No, she walked in first.
Really?
She walks in
'Cause-
first. She walks in first.
Oh,
Chiaki walks in first, and she has the mole on her left hip. She looking mighty fine, and she's like,
her tits were big.
yo, she's like, Hajime, what? I don't look good, and Hajime's like, no, you look good. Next pops in Peko, and Peko's all wet. And they're like, Peko, why are you wet? Oh, I took a swim around the island trying to find if there was any other islands. Didn't find anything.
Took
Why
me
the
like
fuck
10
did you
minutes.
go swimming if you were going to the beach? Right?
You find out why she got
Akane
wet
comes
later.
in, bloodied up, but looking good though.
Yeah.
And she's like,
In her
yeah.
bra and panties.
Huh?
Bra and panties.
No, she wasn't. That was the thing she was saying. She was like, I didn't come in my bra and panties this time. And because I don't know if you remember in the prologue, they went swimming.
Yeah, I remember.
And she was swimming in her bras and panties then.
Oh.
So the whole
okay.
thing was that she wasn't doing it now.
Yeah, the thing is, it didn't look like a swimsuit.
Yeah. And so they're like, no, Akane, you're bleeding. What the fuck? And Mikan's like, we're going to look at this right now.
And that's when Mikan shows up, looking fine.
No, Mikan wasn't wearing a swimsuit.
She wasn't.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, she looks fine.
It
no matter
was
what.
it was Sonya that came in.
Yeah, Sonya comes in next, and Kazuichi has a boner for blondies apparently.
For
And so-
Sonya.
Sonya, but he says he
Yeah.
wants a blonde woman. And Sonya comes in wearing a fucking jet ski suit.
Nah, first you see a screen of black, and you're like, oh, she's gonna be dressed in something nice. She comes in a wetsuit.
Yeah,
It's like
all covered up.
And then you're sitting there disappointed for
Because
like 5
Kazuichi's
minutes.
like, you know what? I like this too.
yeah.
And then that's when you see Hiyoko running from the bathhouse and stuff.
Yeah.
Poor Hiyoko gets framed in this case, really, really bad by Peko and Kuzuryu. But ultimately, she's dismissed as a suspect because Peko, not knowing of Hiyoko's taste in candy, dropped a yellow lemon candy teddy bear, gummy bear.
Just one slip up.
Yeah, one little slip up, and Hiyoko doesn't eat yellow gummy bears, so
No, that's not in the ones that she took from the market.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's just something. But if you pay attention to this case, something else happens. Another serial killer gets shown, and I forgot the name of the serial killer in this one.
Sparkling Justice.
Sparkling Justice. There you go. And Peko tries to put on the Sparkling Justice act.
But then Sonya, like,
That was
Say
at
that?
the end of the case.
yeah,
The case was already done. So basically, Peko tried to do the Sparkling Justice routine to try to get everyone to end the case as fast as possible, which did happen. And Peko was voted the murderer.
Yeah.
But Peko revealed, Sonya goes, Sparkling Justice was from Brazil. The interview was conducted in Brazil. Peko, if you can say the line in Brazilian and in Spanish, we'll let you go. And Peko can't say it, so Peko's like, nope, not Sparkling Justice. Did that to fool you guys. I'm nothing more than a tool for my master.
yeah. Then it gets into a whole debate over whether Peko was the tool used by
Kuzuryu.
Kuzuru, or if she was acting on her own.
Yeah. To which Monokuma ends up ruling, nah, bitch, you killed that bitch.
Yeah,
So, execution for you.
And that hurt me.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Kelvin's main girl was Peko.
yeah.
And so basically what ends up happening is that an execution of Peko having to cut a bunch of Monokuma dolls ends up happening, but Kuzuryu gets in the way trying to save Peko. And he ends up getting slashed and stabbed in the eye.
You gotta save your girl.
Well, he didn't end up saving her. She ended up saving him.
Yeah.
And then
Love.
Monokuma's like, oh no, someone else got caught. Oh well. Monami's like, no, he wasn't supposed to get executed. You save his ass right now. Monokuma goes, all right, I'll save him.
And get the eye.
Yeah, and then that's when we get to the third case. Who wants to take this one? Kelvin?
Third case.
Yo, Paul's head is down. Damn, was it that bad?
All right, me and Paul will keep talking about these. You'll get the third. You'll get the fifth, and sixth.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I did it, and I'm just like, why am I drawing blanks?
All right, Paul. Third case. You.
It was the double murder, right?
Yeah.
This was the double murder case. It was the death of Ibuki and Sayoniji.
Yeah. Yoko and Ibuki.
So it starts with
There you go.
there's a disease, the despair disease going around the island.
Monokuma instigated that disease.
Yeah, and the people that got infected were Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane. Akane got hit with the
reverse, I think it was. No, Nagito was the reverse.
Yeah, Nagito was the reverse, was the liar disease.
Yeah, Akane.
Ibuki was the
gullible,
and Akane was the
sadness.
the scaredy
sorrowful.
cat.
Let's go with sorrowful.
Yeah.
And was it? So Mikan stays at the hospital that they found with them to take care of them.
And also, it so happens that Kuzuryu's in the hospital as well.
Yeah, he's recovering from the thing with Peko.
He gets a fucking awesome ass dragon eye patch.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, he gets out of the hospital. Shenanigans happen. 2 people end up dead. One ends up.
They're both at the Titty Blaster. That's the name of the club.
Yeah.
Nelson looks at me like, what?
No, that's a legit name of the
So back at the hospital, Hajime, he saw Ibuki hang herself
From a video.
from a video.
Basically, Kazuichi made a one-to-one video camera system. One was at the, I believe one was in the dorms.
No, one was at the motel. The other was
Yeah, one was at the motel. The other one was at the hospital.
yeah.
And that was a way so that the people who were possibly infected didn't infect the rest of them. But you can continue.
What was it? Then Hajime, he sprints over to the
Titty Blaster.
the titty blaster. He goes in, he sees the dead body, then he sprints out to go get other people. When he gets back, the doors are locked, and when they finally break through them, they find.
No, the first time he goes in there, he just sees Ibuki's body.
Yeah.
And then the second time he tries to break it open with the rest of them.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah. Then he sees.
Yeah, I explained that.
No, you said when he.
I said the first time he goes in, he sees Ibuki's body, and then he runs out to get the others.
Oh, okay.
And when he gets back, and they eventually break down the door. They see Sayoniji's body.
Yeah.
And that's when Monokuma announcements happen.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them happen.
Yeah.
Because they were both found and discovered at the same time.
Which answers a question from the first game.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing in the first game was, what happens if 2 bodies are found at the exact same time?
Nope.
Yeah.
2 announcements back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in it, you got to this part.
Huh?
You do this one.
Okay. So basically, the whole case ends up being, who killed Ibuki? How did they kill Ibuki? To which a running trend keeps happening. Nagito and Akane get over their illnesses and they try to go help the rest of them. And a running trend of Nagito being a very, very crucial part to the investigation keeps happening.
Mm-hmm.
And Shiaki. So basically, this game sets a trend of there will always be a Byakuya-like character and there will always be a Kirigiri type character.
Mm.
One that helps you and one that always tries to kind of oppose you.
Now you told the
Byakuya, yeah. Essentially what happens is through the investigation, it's found that another location for the murder could have actually been the conference room. And it's also found out that Hiyoko couldn't tie her sash by herself. So it wasn't like she was just killed in one random location and then dragged somewhere else. And through the class trial, everyone's having a problem because nobody can pinpoint who a killer is until Nagito mentions that the rope that was used to hang Ibuki was a brand new rope, wasn't it? And everyone goes, yeah, it was found at the store, the same one. Well, then why does this rope have marks in the middle of it? And everyone goes, yeah, that's really interesting.
They also have to pinpoint the time of death.
Yeah, the time of death, because apparently the club was too hot and it put off the body temperature. So
yeah, and it wasn't included in the Monokuma file.
Yeah. But basically what happens is that Nagito goes, well, the only way a rope in the middle can get a burn mark like that was if someone used it to strangle someone. Which ends up being the way how someone killed Ibuki. Ibuki wasn't killed with a gullible disease the way people thought she was. She was actually choked to death, and then her body was hanged. But her body was hanged already in the titty blaster. Someone else wore a bag over their head and fake committed suicide. So now they had to find out who it was. However, upon thinking, wait, the conference room was in the hospital. That means it could only be someone who was in the hospital.
So that leaves...
If it wasn't Hajime,
and
Kuzuryu, Akane, Nagito, and Ibuki were out of commission.
Well, Kuzuryu was at his room. Not at the hotel, but at his actual room.
Yeah, it couldn't be Kuzuryu because he was in his room. There's only one other person who it could be. Mikan. And it ends up being a real big trial because she goes crazy just saying, please forgive me! Why won't you forgive me? I didn't do it. I'm not a killer.
And then it's revealed that she also caught the despair disease.
She got the despair disease. And
they're memorizing.
The remember disease. And this puts into question, why was she such a big fucking despair asshole when she remembered who she was? And
just who is her beloved? Yeah,
she mentions her beloved who forgave her no matter what she did and was always there to comfort her and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting that these cases just put questions upon questions upon questions, unlike the first game where it was just like everything was its own story, but it wasn't really interesting. It was a real big loss because I actually did like Mikan.
She was my favorite girl.
And she had a booty.
Yeah, she did. Part of me died with that booty.
And she died. She ends up getting sent into space. Teru gets fucking dunked in lava.
He gets deep
fried. Peko, like I said, got stabbed 1,000 times. And Mikan gets sent into space. Case 4 happens.
Case 4 is it was a hassle.
Yeah.
It was a hassle because, well...
You have to find out many mysteries.
So, Case 4 is the killing in the houses.
Yeah.
And basically what happens is that after exploring an amusement park, Monokuma leads everyone into a train and basically knocks everyone out and leaves them inside the fun houses. The fun houses are composed of Strawberry House, Grape House, and the tower that connects both houses in the middle. And
the Octagon.
No, that's explained later. That's not found out until later. And
the,
essentially
the final death room as well.
Yeah. But there's also like rooms for everyone to sleep in, and there's a final death room inside Strawberry House. But what's really interesting about it is that Monokuma says, yo, there's no food in this place at all. And this is your motive. If you don't kill someone, you can't leave the fun house. If someone doesn't die, nobody leaves the fun house. And so at this point, the number of people are at, I believe it's 9? Yes, 9. 9 people are left alive.
Yeah.
At the beginning of case 3, Nekomaru actually saved Akane by taking a missile to his chest.
Yeah.
A missile.
A missile.
Yeah.
And his body was like all broken and bruised and shit.
Yeah.
And once again, Monomi went, nigga.
Save him.
Save him. And Monokuma goes, alright, I'll try my best.
And
he
then
returns at the end of case 3 as a fucking
Mechamaru.
He's a robot.
What is this man?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so, essentially what happens is that...
He's even more indestructible this time.
Yeah, basically what ends up happening this time is that Hajime says, yo, we should all just die. Like, we can end the killing game here by just all dying. And it kind of gets into everyone's head.
Yeah.
But 3 days into starvation, someone dies.
Yeah.
And it ends up being that Mechamaru got killed in the middle of the tower. And the elevator's broken on one side, so it can't go to the other side. And the whole thing ends up being a really interesting case where Hajime has to solve the case on the Grape's house side. But the character switches to Nagito in the middle of the second case. I mean, in the middle of the investigation.
Yeah.
And as Nagito, you get to solve the room that's inside Strawberry House called the Final Dead Room.
Yeah.
That houses the ultimate weapon for the Funhouse.
Yeah. The challenge of the ultimate of the Final Death Room is Russian Roulette.
Russian Roulette also an escape game as well.
Which I like that part.
You play the escape game to earn the right to play Russian Roulette.
Yeah.
But you know what that part was a reference to, right?
What?
The Zero Escape games.
Oh yeah. But the funny thing about this is Nagito's ultimate luck has come to play in every fucking case.
Here's the thing, he's stuck in the Final Death Room with Monomi.
Yeah. And Monomi's like, oh, you gotta play Russian Roulette. Well, I wouldn't recommend playing it, but you have to get out.
Yeah, you play it by loading up one bullet.
And you spin the chamber, and then you fucking see if you die.
And Nagito's like, are you sure it's just one bullet?
Nah,
that seems too easy.
I'll just put in 5 bullets
Yeah.
and see if I spin it and die.
What?
And he loads 5 bullets, spins the barrel, and doesn't die.
He brave.
Because he's the ultimate lucky student.
No, he's the ultimate.
To which one of my favorite YouTubers, like when he played that game, he beat that part. He made like a little animated part where it was like, Nagito was like, oh, this shit's broken. And he goes, no, it doesn't work. He points the gun at Monomi, shoots it. Ah! Whoa, what the fuck is wrong with this gun? It's not shooting at me. It was, wow, my fucking luck is bullshit. But yeah, and Nagito gets to find out what the secret weapon of the funhouse is. He looks through a window, he looks into the fridges, and he sees a hatch on the floor. And as you still controlling Nagito, you go to the hatch on the floor, and then it switches back to Hajime.
Yeah. Nagito also received the prize for clearing Russian Roulette at the highest difficulty.
Yes, he received a book, and
not one of Nelson's books.
yeah, a book that said the Register of Hope Speak Academy,
Yeah.
the 92nd class. The 93rd class was Makoto's group. You end up finding that out beforehand.
I thought they were the 90.
Huh?
You said Nagito's class was the 92nd, right?
Yeah, Makoto's was the 93rd.
Oh, okay. So they came after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they found that out because in the middle of the same case, case 4, but in the beginning, Monokuma also gives them a book that talks about the Killing School game, which was the game that Makoto and everyone went to. And Akane goes, "Oh my God, it's Byakuya! He survived that game. He was so skinny back then." Right? And they all go, wow, I wonder what Byakuya thought when he went back into this game. But anyways, Nagito gets this book, and when you control Hajime again, Nagito randomly pops up in fucking Grape House.
Yeah.
And he asks, how do you think I got here?
I teleported.
You teleported?
And then Nagito goes, nah, there was just a secret room here. Found it connected to this place.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. He literally just says that. But he goes, I have something else that's interesting. I know what Hajime's ultimate is. And Hajime goes, wait, what the fuck? How do you know what my ultimate is?
Also, Nagito's acting very different towards Hajime at this time.
Yeah. And he goes, well, you see, I went into the Final Dead Room, and I spanned this thing.
You know what? It's not important right now.
Yeah, it's not important right now. Just know you're the ultimate reserve student. He goes, reserve student? What the fuck do you mean by that? You're just some regular kid who got into Hope's Peak Academy.
No, he doesn't say that yet.
Yes, he does.
He says that in the trial.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah?
No.
Wait, what exactly would reserve student mean?
Yeah. He says in the trial because he's acting very dismissive right now of Hajime.
Oh, yes, you're right.
I know I'm right.
And so basically, Nagito gives you the clues that he found on his house in Strawberry House. And together you find out that Nagito goes, hey, listen, what you're going to have to do, right, is you're going to have to, once the elevator's fixed, you're going to have to go inside the elevator and you need to really look at those doors. And essentially, no, it wasn't an elevator. What they thought was it was a tower that connected the two houses together, right? And then the tower would open one door and close the other. That's how they thought it worked.
It's just an elevator.
It was just an elevator, it so happens, because Kazuichi was using a compass that Nagito had, and the compass showed that they weren't moving. They were actually standing still. Essentially, during the trial, what you find out is that the ultimate weapon of the funhouse wasn't a weapon itself. It was
It's the
actually that the
funhouse itself.
building, the funhouse itself, was a single building. Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. And if you managed to get through Strawberry House, a hatch on the 3rd floor in the Monokuma Reserve would open and allow someone to travel between the floors. And an interesting fact comes up that the way Mekamaru died is that he was hung from a doorbell on the door, on a Grape House side door, and his alarm was set to go off at 7:30, I think it was.
Yeah.
And at 7:30, he would fall to his death. And the thing that captures the criminal in this case is the fact that someone woke up that shouldn't have.
Kazuro.
Was it Kazuro?
Fuyuhiko.
No.
Yeah.
Fuyuhiko was the one
Yeah.
that woke up.
He
No.
woke up, he went into the hall and sat down.
Well, that's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was someone that was there that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
That was Gundam.
I know.
Yeah.
But the reason why he couldn't get...
The reason why, so basically you find out that Gundam is the killer in this one.
Tanaka! Gundam!
And the reason and the way they catch him is because Chiaki, Sonya, and Nagito did not hear the noise in the tower.
They all had the high
The
class,
deluxe room.
the deluxe soundproof rooms.
Yeah. And so did Gundam. But Gundam was out in the hallway when everyone else who had a regular room was in the hallway as well. Using that information and Nagito's clues, they were able to figure out that Gundam was the killer. Not only that, Nagito also announces that Hajime is a reserve corps student, a lowly student that's actually a regular person who paid their way into the academy.
And Nagito's personality kind of changes in
He
this.
gets really, really like resentful to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like he's acting really stuck up and shit. And Gundam at first is like not really gonna fight it. And then Nagito steals the main character role by trying to do the manga panel thing and explain the whole fucking case.
Yeah.
But Nagito says Gundam snuck around Mekamaru and didn't fight him. To which Gundam goes, I didn't fight him? I didn't fight him? Hold the fuck up.
Nah, nigga, we fought.
We're gonna go through this.
We threw hands.
We threw hands.
And then he has Hajime prove that they threw hands.
Yeah, he has Hajime prove that they threw hands. And he goes, listen, me and Mekamaru knew that as soon as Mekamaru got down there and he saw me, he knew we were gonna fight to the death.
He knew
He
that
could have ran. He could have walked away and ran.
he knew it was going to be either him or Gundam.
Yeah, and even Nekamaru was trying to kill Gundam.
Because he knew what would the reason why Gundam was going to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. And ultimately, while Gundam didn't say that he killed to save everyone, he really did.
Yeah.
And he also didn't want anyone to throw their life away.
Yeah. Hajime even asked him after the trial, you killed him to save us all, didn't you? No, I am the ultimate evil.
Yeah, Gundam tries to pull the cool guy in, like.
Yeah.
And then Sonya's like, no.
Yeah, you actually find out that Sonya had a crush on Gundam. and it's so sad because Gundam's thing is that he gets stampeded to death,
Yeah.
and before he dies, he puts his hamsters down and puts them away to safety. And Gundam goes, "Well, I'll see you all in hell."
Yeah.
But he actually gets pulled into heaven.
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the dead animal bodies, the dead animals that he's
Yeah.
taking care of his whole life.
And the 4 Dark Divas of Destruction are taken care of by Sonya.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's really sad. And I'm gonna go to case 5, and I'm gonna let you go here. You gotta go through case 5 and 6.
Do I have to?
Yes.
I mean, say case 5 was one of my favorites.
Case 5 was when they go to
There's the suicide.
Here's the 5th island. Well, because we're
It's the
short.
Nagita case.
Yeah, we're also short on time. So
Yeah.
let me give you the highlights of case 5. Case 5, they go to the industrial area of the island. They find out that on this part of the island, they have a military base, a factory. They have a food alley, and basically this case it continues from the last case of where Naito is like, I need to know who the traitor is. If the traitor doesn't come out and reveal himself, then I'm going to take drastic measures. To which he does. When they all meet up the following day, as they usually do in the game, the eating area where they were at, in the hotel exploded, and everybody's like, "What happened? What's going on?" Everybody's just basically shell shocked, and then Naruto comes back and says, "If the traitor doesn't reveal himself, I'm gonna blow up all the islands." To which Monokuma has his dialogue, but the story progresses as normal. So everybody starts panicking, trying to find the bombs. Everybody splits up. Everybody takes one piece of the island. They look. They don't find anything, and then who was
Sonya
it?
and
Sonya.
Hajime.
It was Sonya. Or was
Sonya
it?
and Hajime
Yeah, they.
found it in the factory.
Yeah, they found the bombs. It was on a truck. It was on a truck that was taken from the military base, in which basically at that point Hajime is going around looking for people, tell them we found the bombs. Sonya happens to be in the military base, but Hajime tells her, "Hey, we found the bombs. Come look for it." And then Sonya's like, "No, go on ahead. I'll be there shortly." Hajime goes back, sees the timer going down. Well, sees the truck and starts panicking at the fact that the time where the bomb is gonna go off is gonna go off at 12 the next day after the truck runs out of gas, because how the whole thing was set up. And Chiaki basically sees there's a control panel. And the only way to disarm the bomb is by using your PDA. She uses it, it doesn't deactivate. Things start progressing, everybody starts panicking more and more and more. And it leads to basically the bombs going off, but they're not bombs, they're basically fireworks. And everybody's just dumbfounded, like, what's going on?
There's an important part you missed, and it's that when they're scouring the island,
Yeah.
someone tells them, "Yo, the door to Nezumi Castle is open."
Yeah.
And Nagito actually blew a bomb into Nezumi Castle as well. And inside of it, they found a plaque that said, "In case you need to get out, remember the code to the school."
Yeah.
And there was something scribbled there, but someone scratched it out.
Yep. And then there was an area that not even Monokuma could get into.
Yeah.
Nor Uzami.
Norasami, yeah.
So,
But as you were saying, the bomb was fireworks.
yeah, the bomb fireworks, everybody's dumbfounded. And then it starts to that's
One,
not good.
as they're checking the factory, one of the doors isn't opening.
Yeah, the warehouse where next to the factory. The
So
door's
Akane
locked.
goes over and Spartan kicks it open.
Yeah, she kicks it, and then that leads to basically a fire happening, which leads to them getting gas can. Well,
They
What's
get
this?
fire grenades.
yeah, fire grenades to douse the fire. That doesn't go off. The fire touches the sprinkler system. Sprinkler system goes off, and then they find out Nagito's body was in the back.
Holy shit, his body. He had a spear in his gut. His legs were fucking knifed to shit.
Wait, who?
Nagito.
Nagito.
Not
Yeah.
The
Makoto.
lucky guy?
Yeah. He had a spear in his gut. His fucking legs were all cut. His left arm was all fucking cut.
His left arm was also tied down.
And his left arm was also, his legs and arms were also tied down. He had tape covering his mouth. This man was dead.
Yeah.
To which
The whole
So-
10 yards.
no, well, to speed this up, it was basically it was a murder suicide happened. Basically, Nagito killed himself
Nope.
in trying to. Yeah, he did.
Nope.
Well, no, the gas that was thrown from the fire grenades
Yeah.
killed him.
He set up an unwinnable situation for them.
Yeah. He set up so that they would that they unintentionally killed him.
Yeah. And he didn't want them to find out who killed who. But you end up not finding that out until after the trial, that he didn't want to kill the person who ended up killing
He
him.
wanted to save them. But yeah, no, I'm
Yeah, so essentially what happened there was that Nagito, after you figure out the trial and you find out that the murder was actually Chiaki has to die in a fucking Galaga / Pac-Man / Tetris way.
yeah.
She
She
dies
gets
with
slammed by a Tetris block.
She dies with her friend Usami.
Yeah. And she basically tells Hajime, bye-bye. Don't worry. You guys will get out. No problem. And,
And that's where men cry.
yeah. And I got sad. I was like, damn it, Chiaki was so good.
I didn't cry, but I was like, that's.
I didn't cry. I just said I got sad.
Paul cried.
But when they head back to the houses, something weird happens.
Oh yeah, someone deleted System 32 off the Vita or the PS4, whatever you're playing, and just things started getting interesting.
Someone who's dead wakes you up from your cabin,
The ghost.
Chiaki,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yo, Nagito set up another listening device, recording device, in the dining hall."
Oh yeah, chapter 0 happens.
No, that's not yet.
Oh, it isn't?
No. And so they go, wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, okay, sure. And Hajime is like, what the fuck? She's dead. Why is she, what? And when you're getting into the area, there's a lot of other people who should be dead or they're alive. Mahito talks to you. Gundam talks to you. Nekomaru talks to you. And you're like, all these people are dead. What the fuck is going on? And there's like weird computer code going around and shit like that. And it gets really weird.
The dream is
What
correct.
happened? Was this just a game? Is this real life?
Yeah.
The
And so
Matrix.
basically, Nagito explains, I don't know who won the trial, but I'll just explain it in a way that both sides can understand. If I got the way I wanted to, there should only be one of you listening to this right now. If not, I failed, and I didn't end up killing everyone, and I didn't end up saving the traitor.
Mhm.
I ended up finding out what the code to the school was, but before I get to that, I want to explain something. I want to become the ultimate hope. I want to become the symbol that shines through the despair, because no one else here deserves it other than me. Remember my name. Write me down in the history books.
That man cut a promo. on
Yeah,
you.
he cut a promo in half. And then he goes,
He went
The
all CM
code.
Punk on them.
yeah, the code to the school is 11073.
Yeah.
Isn't it 37?
Huh?
11037.
7, yes.
37.
And the music fucking plays, and if you play Dangaronpa 1, you go, I know that fucking number. That's the number that misspelled Leon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you head inside the school, and it fades to black. No, it fades into a trial room. And it's the trial room from the first game.
Yeah. And then it fades to black.
And it fades to chapter 0. And chapter 0 is real easy. It's just someone talking to Nagito, and you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
But that scene was weird because Naruto had a female hand. And I
A
think-
female hand
And he mentions who
with
the hand.
pink nail polish.
I mean, if you pay that much attention, then you find out that it's Junko's hand. Well, hand or arm? It was arm. Yeah, arm. Yeah.
And he goes, the one that I love, but the one I hate at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused about what happened.
Do you want to save the final reveal for another episode?
Nah. Nah, we just
So
go through this
it's 10:53 or 10:54 right now.
We got this. I'll speed through it. I got this. All right, fasting. All right. So basically, throughout the whole school, Monokuma goes, "Listen, same deal like the last time. Y'all chumps are gonna go through this. You're gonna have to figure out everything that's going on right here. I'm gonna leave everything to you." So Hajime and the gang explore everything.
They have to find out who it is behind it, where they are, and why it's happening.
Exactly. So eventually, you find out the most damned evidence that works to help them out was a picture of Hiyoko, but busty
Yeah.
and like tall.
Yeah. She's hot.
And
I like that.
and
Hiyoko.
certain things like the Hope Culmination Project and stuff like that. The Neo World program, a program that's used to help cleanse memories from people's bodies. But the most damning thing that happens to Hajime is he meets Alter Ego,
Yep.
and Alter Ego tells you of his sister, Chiaki,
Mm-hmm.
who was there as a mentor to help them. But after you talk with Alter Ego and you found out everything, you meet one other person. You see the silhouette of a very, very, very reminiscent silhouette that you've seen in the entire first game.
It's an ultimate lucky student, but it isn't not
Yeah.
Makoto.
So the trial basically happens, and essentially everyone's just trying to figure out what's going the fuck on. You eventually find out that you're stuck in a program, and that everything is actually a real game. Like everything's a fucking game.
It's a
And
video game, not real life.
And the cast gets stuck in a second because Monokuma, they can't figure out why they're in the game until someone comes in and says, "No, that's wrong." And Makoto comes in out of nowhere from the first game and basically says, "Y'all niggas are ultimate despair.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas have stolen Junko's uterus and fucked it.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas have used limbs of her body to replace your own.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas sacrificed your families and shit. Y'all niggas are horrible people."
There's a lot of speculation as to what Despair got what body part.
Yeah.
Fuyuhiko got the eye.
You kind of got the uterus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still confused on that.
Yeah. And it was also mentioned that Teru was the one that fucked it.
Yeah.
That's what it's alluded to.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And it's also speculated that Akane got her stomach.
And it's also speculated that it was Kazuichi that built all the executions in the game one. Because he's the ultimate mechanic. He always wanted to build a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what happens is that it's fucking Junko again. But not just any Junko, a fucking giant 50 feet story tall Junko.
Because guess what? There are a lot of kinky things you can do with big girls.
And she makes a lot of jokes, and she has like a couple new forms. But essentially she goes, "Y'all niggas are chumps. Y'all not the people that I want. The people that I really want are outside." And that the Makoto that was in there before was a fake.
Yeah, that's reveal. That's what you reveal.
Yeah, and that's when later in the game Junko reveals that
Hajime isn't Hajime.
no, that's not there yet. Basically what happens is that Junko goes, "If you guys graduate right now, you get to go back to your bodies in the real world." And everyone's like, "All right, we're good to go. Let's get out of here."
But then
Sore Wachigao comes in, and Makoto comes in, and everyone's like, "Oh no, the fake's back." And Junko goes, "No, that's the real one.
it's Jesus-kun.
It's Jesus-kun." and Junko actually admits that she has a crush on Makoto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hates him so much she loves him so much she hates him.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing. But Makoto basically explains to everyone that if you graduate right now the way you're about to, she's gonna infect everyone else's bodies that died and become other Junkos. So she's tricking everyone. And basically it goes into a game of cat and mouse of hope and despair, trying to talk to you and help you pick a side. But
Originally you're about to lose, but then Chiaki arrives to save the day.
Well, what happens before that is that basically there's a way to override everything, but the problem is that you need a certain number of people. Here comes Kirigiri and Byakuya to the rescue. More jokes are made of Byakuya, of course. But basically Byakuya, not wanting to like tell everyone, "Hey, listen, if you do this extra way, you'll go back to being ultimate despair." Everyone gets freaked the fuck out, and they don't know what to fucking do. So they decide, you know what, if we don't press a button at all, nothing will happen. So we'll leave it like that. But, of course, this also leads into Junko telling Hajime, "You're Izuru Karakuma. You're the mastermind. And you're the ultimate hope. You have every single talent within your body."
Yeah.
And this leads Hajime to go inside himself, look at himself, and try to run away from reality. But no, Chiaki comes in and saves the day, and says, Hajime, we can do this together if we believe in the future. You can create your own future. And Hajime uses that power to turn Super Saiyan,
Yeah.
and Hajime represents the future. And
Let's call him the ultimate future.
He's the ultimate future, and basically, he tells everyone, listen, no matter what we do, we're not always stuck at one decision. We can always carve a path for us because the future is not set in stone.
And this time he busts a nut of future onto them.
Yeah, and
That ending got to me.
that ending is real.
Yeah.
Like that ending is real. And then of course, thanks to the power of the future and sealing Junko away with Chiaki, where you both go, no, that's wrong. Junko gets beat the fuck out by Usami,
Yeah.
and
Magical girl Usami.
yeah, and Junko's finally dead for reals this time. And at the end of the epilogue, you hear things that lead into the anime, Dangaronpa 3, and you see a picture of Hajime with his haircut. Because Izuru Kamakura has hair to like the butts.
Yeah.
It's literally on the ass.
Yeah.
Danganronpa 2 is the far superior game.
Yeah,
It is.
I like it.
Fucking love that game.
There's
Like,
not a case that I dislike in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like all those cases are fucking solid. They
Yeah.
all have like thematic. They have
Yeah.
like a thematic. It's just fucking.
They all
good.
build on each other too.
Yeah, exactly. Quick thing about Ultra Despair Girls: don't play that game. Wiki dive it. If you want to play Ultra Despair Girls, play it by all means. But I recommend wiki diving it. Like just wiki dive that bitch, or watch a let's play. Like for real, the game's not good.
It's adequate.
And if you do go into the Danganronpa 3 anime, just remember it's you go hope then despair, hope then despair, hope then despair. Don't watch one of the side
No,
of the
it's,
anime.
it's future than despair.
Future and despair, yeah. Future is the last one.
No, hope is the last one.
Hope is the last one? Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Future then despair. Future then despair. You always do it in that order. If you watch it out of order, you watch one side continually, you're ruining the anime for yourself. And then of course you end it with hope. And Danganronpa V3 is a different beast entirely. You can go into that game blind. Like if you don't want to play the other ones, that's fine. It's recommended that you do because you won't get a lot of the things like a lot of the jokes that come from it. That game is good. I'm only on case 2 right now. That game is good.
Alright.
So I can't wait to talk about V3 in length.
Yeah.
When we
So
get there.
looking at it, we'll probably end up doing an update spoiler cast of this. I gotta get my notes together for next time. Yeah. So yeah, we'll wrap it up here.
Mew best girl. Mew best girl. So far.
Yeah, Mew's the best girl.
Best girl.
Well,
Biggest chest in the game.
until I see it, I don't know. So
A lot of those girls are not good.
well, we'll wrap it up here then.
Do you want to see her?
Wait, show me
Yeah.
after.
Oh, he brought the fucking book with him.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I think I brought it too.
Oh my god.
Alright, so this has been Boxer
Wait,
Friends.
hold up, Kelvin. You gotta
Okay.
see this chest.
What?
That's her.
She's the main character?
No.
No. You have mine too.
Yeah.
Wait, let me look at this more here. Yeah, we gotta wrap up.
Nah, we can still go. See, look at that chest, bro. Look at that. No, you know, the main character is this girl. The ultimate pianist.
Oh, she's not bad. She's cute.
Bigger chest than Chiaki.
Yeah.
Listen, yo, that fucking collector's edition is sitting on my Xbox One right now.
Alright. So,
Alright, Kelvin, let's wrap this up. We gotta get out of here. It's 11 o'clock.
alright. We've been Boxer Friends. Later.
Laters.
So we can move on.
No, it worked.
Oh.
Alright, I'm hide out.
You got
Yo,
scared.
I'm a
You
practice
got
now.
shook,
I'm
boy.
going home.
He
and
pressed
I wanna
the
be
record
playing some showdown.
button
Yo,
and
play
it
for
froze.
weeks,
And he
yo.
went.
What's your showdown, yo?
Ah!
I'm trying to get this work, yo. I'm trying to
Like,
get this
you
work,
said
yo.
this
You're gonna
again?
take some time off your
Yo,
attorney
Oscar,
to get
yo,
this
we're
work.
recording.
Yo,
man.
Nelson's that kind of guy.
Yo.
Yo, come next
I'm gonna
tournament.
message you.
Come
I'm
I wanna
messaging you.
take it, yo.
Is
That's
that
what
promise? You coming next
Yeah, I
tournament?
promise I'm coming next
All right,
tournament,
so we
yo.
got
I'm
someone for
super
next
hyped,
tournament.
yo.
We got someone for next tournament.
Yeah, then I'll message you. I'll message you.
Alright, message me.
Alright.
Yo, message me, guys. I want to play y'all now. I don't have
Problem.
much
It's
people
okay. I'll
to play
sit so you
Showdown.
when it comes.
Oh, yeah, okay. I really want to see
As
that.
long as I don't have you first 3 weeks, I'll bop you.
I go 5-1 before I get
Yo, give me Paul first week.
No.
And give me in 3rd week, 4th week, 5th week. I want I want all my wins coming from Paul.
That's so mean.
First to 10. Every week is a first to 10.
Yeah, every week he sees me. Right? Yo, why does it say Nelson every week?
This tournament's rigged.
He's like, why do I
Yes,
see
it
this
is.
Magirna?
He's like, whatever happens, I'm not losing to
Why is
McGee.
Nelson using a team from every previous tournament?
Yo, if I use every previous team, I think Paul would lose every time. Aside from the Mega Aldino team, I think I can't win with that one.
No, that's a
That
hard
should
one
be
to win.
struggling.
That's a hard one to win.
I won't lose again to that team.
You gonna lose some Mega
I was a novice back then.
Yo, Paul, use all your team like rosters. I'll use all mine. I'm gonna beat you with Mega Aldino.
I don't even remember what I have for most of the rosters. I only remember
Okay.
the certain.
I don't remember season 2. The only thing I remember was my UUs and OUs.
All I remember from my season 2 was Mega Gardevoir, Kieran Black, Durant, and Flygon.
I know I had Raiko and Sylvia on the Mega Metagross. And then I had Cresselia, my
Oh,
Latican,
and
the
Torty.
Manitan. And I had the
Torty and
Manitan.
Bungus.
Yeah, if I use the Manitan, you're about to swash your whole team.
Okay.
Wait, you had Entei?
No, with the Manitan.
Oh, the Mammoth.
I don't like Entei.
That's sweet.
I know. That's why I was like, wait.
Niggas ain't scared of that.
What,
Why?
Entei?
No, Suicune.
I'm scared of Suicune. I'm always scared of Suicune.
Wait, why?
Why? That thing is bulky as fuck.
I got a lantern.
Suicune's what took me to game 3 against
Well, you
CMC.
dropped Suicune.
No, in
Was that
first
last
league,
tournament?
in my first league. Yeah.
And then I also got like Gladio, so I just put a specs on it. That Suicune's about to drop real fast.
Alright.
I'm with Draco.
Alright.